Oh, you mean like my Overwatch score?
Yeah.
The entire small Dutch village.
If anyone needs the link, there's the link to my stream. Boom.
I mean...
Oh, it's in Discord, and we're in Discord.
Okay.
No, it's in Roll20 chat. It's on
Oh.
your screens. I thought, no, nobody's going to be able to open Discord. I'll go for Roll20.
Oh, I'm on Discord. I'm on this computer.
that's
I'm on Discord,
fine.
so I can actually run it. And this computer, I'm on Discord because I like to have a chat when people.
But you're
put things on
smart.
I mean, I have a laptop next
And
to me,
also have
so...
2 computers
And I
just
have
hanging
both
about.
streams going on this one. I should probably put your stream.
I
up
need
as
to get
well,
your
Mitch,
stream
you know,
up.
you
Shit.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that as well.
I need to always do
Oh yeah,
that.
I gotta get that one up as
Hey,
well.
do you know what though? Because the amount of times I write Rival Zone Gaming in a week into my search engine, your SEO is going up, sir.
Keep it up. Don't stop.
Because you're the
I
top
can do all
result
the
now,
help.
and you didn't used to
Oh
be.
my god.
Hey.
Wait, you weren't the top result on your own name? Was there another
Nope.
rival?
There's plenty of rivals and rival zones and things like that.
Ah, it's just like one of those things that's like mildly
Oh, yeah.
common.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, I wasn't the original Midgeman.
Midgeman.
Thankfully, nobody in Scandinavia names their children Benjamin.
Oh, what the fuck.
So, would you guys prefer I do a recap, or does one of you want to do it?
Yes, because we don't get anything out of it.
Yep, that's fine.
So, honestly,
It's
at that
so
point,
lazy.
what's the
You like-
fucking point?
like-
What's the point?
I feel like I'm the child at the back of the class that's like, I wouldn't mind doing a recap, but everyone else is like, no, you have to do it.
Okay, no, it's fine. I will do a recap. I quite like doing recaps. That's why I do them a lot for the D&D. So, okay. So last time on the Curse of St. Craythorne, we progressed in our case a little bit more. Following the fight at the Chesterfield, the group finally became aware that something was off about St. Craythorne. And then, added to the mix, we met Lord Forrest Hartwell, an ex-fighter ace from the First World War, who...
Wait, still a fighter ace from the First World War. I never stopped being a fighter
They
ace.
revoked
Just 'cause I
two of
stopped
them.
fighting
I think you mean
Well-
from the Great War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good point.
No, it was coined... the term First World War was coined in 1919, so I'm fine.
Because everyone knew that Germany wasn't going to let it lie.
Exactly. And also, I say ex-fighter race from the Great War because the Royal Flying Corps isn't a thing anymore, so...
Still a fighter ace. I'm still a fighter ace.
Oh,
Anyway.
you're an
After the
ace in
fact
our
they found out
hearts.
that 2 of those skills was friendly fire.
So, we added him to the mix, and he made a splash on the scene, and instantly began snooping around, and the group managed to make some headway. First up, some local research of the town was done. Also, I'm getting feedback of myself from someone.
I think my microphone's on a blink, so it's probably me.
Okay.
I'll say
no
my
worries.
speakers are off.
Okay, no worries. But even so, with some research being done at the library, and some things were found out there, and then also the group decided to investigate Soapy's missing friend. Okay, where am I hearing myself?
I'm hearing it too.
Okay.
So no.
Normally it's my fault whenever we hear that, but it's not this time.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm wondering if it's me, because it seems to be it needs to be mainly when I'm speaking.
Loud noises!
Loud!
No, nothing.
Loud!
See? Oh no, I didn't do it then.
Mitch, just say something loud.
Yeah, there was a...
Yeah, I heard
Hang
it
on,
too.
try it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone.
Nah.
It was Kazoo's headset.
I don't know what's
Oh,
going on
no,
with
is
it. It's just it's because it's an older one.
So,
Starting
It's
to
fine,
forget.
buddy.
You could go on push to talk.
It's a Welsh headset. What do you expect?
Anyway, yes.
That's not how consumerism works.
The shit Chinese one, I'll have you know.
It's from the valleys. That was a really bad Welsh accent as
Oh,
well.
that
I
was-
do apologise. I'm just never going to do that again.
Somehow
Just-
worse.
just stop.
Do you know what? It's going to be great if this campaign somehow goes to Wales. I'm fucked because one of
okay,
the only British
Wolfhard
accents I
needs
can't do
to-
is Welsh.
I heard there
to-
was helium in the Welsh.
Oh no!
Needs to-
I will say there is a
Hey,
huge
Russell.
chance that we might end up in Wales as well.
Oh god, my character speaks Welsh. Oh
Land
boy.
of
Yeah,
the
no,
druids.
exactly. This is why I was. No. Anyway, I'm
How you
talking
messed
too
up
much.
his
Still
plan.
Welsh.
Yes, some research was done at the library where a number of the
Was
characters.
done, is continuing to be done.
I mean,
I
I'm
thought
not
you were
done
finished,
yet.
but no worries.
No.
Okay, there is still library use being used, and then the 3 military section of our crew decided to go and interview Mr. Bell, and one of them noticed something quite peculiar with Mr. Bell, which obviously not everybody knows about. But Mr. Bell was an interesting character, and we'll leave it at that. So. I now turn
Oh,
to the
bugger, I was going to
party
watch that.
and ask
I never
what would
got
they
round
like
to
to
it.
do. Also, just a note to anyone listening, Soapy, who plays Bobby, isn't here this week. And yes, so there we go. I'll start with the gentleman. The gentleman that had just left Bobby Quirk's house. Not Bobby Quirk's house. Yeah, Mr. Bell's
You mean
house.
Stephen.
Stephen's house.
Fucking
Stephen.
Fucking Stephen.
Bobby turns to you after looking at his watch and realizes that he is late to meet the funeral planner for Wednesday's funeral, and he says his goodbyes and quickly rushes off.
Right.
So, Arthur and Lord Hartwell, what would you like to do?
And I'm just going to turn to Lord Hartwell and say, well, that was unsettling.
That's one way to explain it, dear chap. Now, you looked like you understood something.
I'm just going to... We probably shouldn't be having this conversation here. And I'm just going to
What's the
start
street?
walking.
What's wrong with the street?
Well, we're about a meter away from his house.
There's a woman behind you, man! Ah! Oh my god!
Yeah, you just see
Silently
you
Her face.
you
Like
see
so
you
done
look
with this shit.
Look out, there's a very small burglar.
you look at the you look towards the window when you just saw about his house, and you just see like net curtains on the upstairs window slightly move. And Commissar Roach, thank you for the bits there. I don't have my alerts on while I'm table topping, but thank you.
Yes, Roach is watching.
Roach is on Twitch today. He's been on Twitch all day.
Good
He
man.
watched my whole stream this morning.
He
That's
must
never
have good internet today then.
happened.
Yeah, why is Roach on my Twitch? Yeah, he's on my YouTube, but he's not my Twitch.
Right,
Yes.
we should probably not have this conversation here. There were some people I met last night
Pub?
at the pub, yes. Where else do you meet people?
No, shall we go and have this conversation at the pub?
Oh, good idea, yes.
Okay,
Where
so
even more people can listen in. Yeah,
you
great
gentlemen
idea.
leave the southern side of town and start progressing towards the pub. Would you like to do anything on the way?
As a just sort of a, I'm just gonna, as we're going, I'm just gonna have a quick look back at the house.
Yeah, sure.
Just to make sure that, like, Stephen isn't taking more undue interest.
Okay, give me a spot hidden. Yeah, you don't see anything.
So now my eyes and slightly quicker my pace.
I would say that I was looking for a hard.
Yeah, I knew it.
Thing.
Fuck, I knew it. I knew it.
Well, would you like to push for it?
I'm not going to push for it.
Okay, no worries.
I've read the rules for that, and
Well, I just need someone to do it at some point so I can explain the rule to people that might not.
all right, fine, I'll push for it.
Okay.
I'll be
So-
your guinea pig.
Yeah, go for it. So, just a reminder to other
So
people.
many things.
Well, the thing is, because you've already succeeded.
Well, shit.
Well, that's a fumble as well. No, it's not on a spot hidden.
Not
Don't worry,
quite
you're
a
fine.
fumble, but it's fucking close.
Yeah, yeah, you don't notice anything. But for those who don't know, you can with a roll, you can go all or nothing if you fail it and go for a push. But if you fail a push, you can't then spend luck to make it better. It's an auto fail fumble, and I decide what happens. But it's a chance where you go, oh, I was so close of getting that. can I just like okay, I'm looking for something. Can I quickly like stand on this box near me to try and get a better vantage or something? So like with a push roll, remember that you kind of have to explain how you're pushing it further. So for Kazoo there, he could instead of walking, he could actually stop and look rather than he's quickly trying to glance over his shoulder. That makes sense?
Okay.
Just a reminder that you guys can use those to try and get yourself some extra leverage. That's what it is, like a leverage roll.
We're leveraging things.
But
Yes.
you have to. Do you have to succeed, or do you have to succeed on a hard, at least?
So you can use it at any time. If you failed it the first time and then you fail it again, the outcome's likely to be more worse than if you succeeded and were looking to get it to a hard difficulty.
Gotcha.
That's how I'm playing it. It's not quite how the rules play it, because the rules are really dense on that and bit back and forth, but that's how I've interpreted it, and that's how I'm playing
More
it.
like guidelines.
Yeah, the Call of Cthulhu rule set is like, here's loads and loads of information. Pick what you want, or don't. We don't care.
Half of that book is just optional rules, I'll be honest.
It really
I mean,
is.
with crazy Cthulhu monsters running around, you know, the rules kind of do fly out the window.
It's that
I'm
much of a
sure.
rule book, and there's like,
It's a
I could
thick boy.
fit the rules on 4 A4 pages that I'm using. It is a big boy. It's a nice big boy though.
Does 1d6 damage in a melee as well.
I love it. But yeah, you guys are progressing to the pub, so I will turn back to Team Library. Team Library.
Who aren't done with our research,
Apparently
damn it!
not.
You're trying
No.
to kick us out of the library when we're not even ready.
I just thought you were done.
No. I've got the information that I could out of the papers, but I'm going to turn back to Miss Hubbard.
Okay. You turn to Miss Hubbard. She's sat at her desk, just sorting through some of the in pile from people of returns. She's like,
I come here often. How polite would I be? Would I say Dorothea, or would I say
she doesn't
Miss
like
Hubbard?
people using her first name, so it would be Miss Hubbard. She's of that
Or is
old
it
breed.
Mrs.?
It's Miss.
Okay. I just, you know, I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
Looking at
Miss
future you.
Hubbard,
Yes, dear.
do you remember much about those disappearances of the children all those years ago?
I'm sliding
Oh.
closer to listening, by the way.
Okay. Do you mean Doctor? Not Doctor. Do you mean Mr. Rose? Children?
Yes, and Dr. Samuel's sister's brother. Oh God. Let me consult my notes for a second, lady.
It's Dr. Rose, one kid, and Sam.
I know
Ah,
you
I said
said-
Dr.
okay,
Rose.
are we saying-
Let me clear this again.
Dr. Samuel, you said sibling
It's
from a previous marriage.
It's siblings from it's the twins are related to Samuels, and Ro has the boy.
Oh, okay.
That was
okay.
my bad there. I just slipped.
Doing me a heckin' confusion, boy.
The Samuels and the Ro children.
Yes, it came up in a conversation I had with Margaret this morning. Well, I don't really remember. I was a little bit young, and I was so often sick from school. I don't think I went on any of those trips.
Oh, it was a terrible time. I don't like to think of it that much. The town was up in arms about it. Everyone was out on the box for days.
And they never even found the bodies.
Well, they found one. But
Oh.
well, they didn't find it whole, and well, I'm not sure I should go into any more than that. Gruesome affair.
Whose body did they find? Just piping in here.
I'm just gonna look around like, who are you, dude? Why do you keep interrupting my questioning? But I'm just gonna blush and say nothing.
The boys.
Getting lost in the bogs of the boys.
Hey, me and the boys getting lost in the bogs.
So there have been disappearances before to this town.
Well, if you're... Hang on, are you insinuating that this is related to the current disappearances?
I'm not insinuating anything, my dear. I'm just asking. I'm just asking what's happened here in the past.
Well,
I'm not so sure that they're quite the same.
I'm awfully confused as to your interest in the matter, but the town has not gone without its tragedy. But what is any place without tragedy?
Oh, this is very true.
But
I'm
it's
a
an
reporter, and
unfortunate part of life.
I understand. One more question, if you don't mind. Would you know the age of Mr. Bell?
Stephen? Mr.
Yes.
Late 20s, early 30s?
I see.
Would I know? I think I
About-
might have already asked you.
About that is all you'd know. Nobody really sees him.
Wait, I was supposed to do a spot hidden that you said we could do at the start
You
of the
could do
session.
a spot hidden or for that night. Yeah, you can do a spot hidden or a psychology if you're so into it. But try to remember that if you're trying to gauge something about someone, you need to do it when you're with them. Because
Yeah, I know,
people's
but it wasn't
reactions
until I
in
saw the
psychology-
diary that I was like,
Yeah, but that's meta.
sorry. Hey, no, it was the diary. Anyway, I failed. I don't know. I don't know how he's doing. He just looked like a person.
What
Never
did you
mind.
get? Yep, he just looked like he always does to you.
Okay. This is Dr. Samuels, by the way. I was trying to see if I could. Well, I was writing in my diary, and I was trying to figure out if I could write that he looked well or not. I thought I hadn't actually checked. to
So
see if he
yes,
looked
you
well.
can
So-
write that he looks well, because to you he looks well. Not
Okay.
insinuating anything. I mean, he did later in the evening get punched in the face, so take that as you will.
Yeah, I know. I
As
was
well.
like, I guess he did look well
At one point,
originally.
Borgvard, what are you doing right now?
As far as I know, I'm frustrated with my search for helium, and I've just kind of awkwardly meandered my way back towards the party.
Okay. So
I
you're-
agreed to take you to Mr. Lear's place to ask.
Miss Sheffield, Miss Hubbard, one more question. I've came across a name in one of the articles, a certain Crowden.
Oh,
you would. Yeah, you know that, don't you?
I know this because you told me that I know this. What did you call it? The deacon? Is it that the right word?
Yep.
The deacon?
Oh, it's the deacon, is it?
Yes. Mr. Hubbard joins in. Which names did you come across? Because that's the deacon's family. If you're reading the pamphlet, they're all very active in its writing. They're very good people and very outgoing and what's the word? What's the word when someone's
Gregarious.
No. Where they're standing up, where they do a lot for something.
Upstanding?
Sort of. They do a lot of work for the church, is what I'm trying to say.
Pious?
Well,
Other
he's a
signature
deacon. I would
traits.
say he's pious. Also, I've
The
turned
names
into
I
old
came across
man.
Just like voices from the ether sort of popping in. This is really...
It's mostly Simon Crowden and Julian Crowden I'm interested in. Simon Crowden mostly.
Simon Crowden is the deacon's son, and Julianne is the deacon's wife.
I see. And where could I find those? At the church, I suppose?
Not likely. They don't live on site. They live, but 3 doors down on the left. They live on Church Street here. It's a house that's owned by the church, but it's not on church grounds.
I see. Thank you.
I need to re-up my knowledge of names before we play every time because there's so many of them.
Oh, you need to
So
re-up
many-
your knowledge on names?
Triggered in DM.
I would just probably say turn back to Miss Hubbard. It is a shame about Katie though.
Oh, it really is. That was going into Mort the Magnificent. I need to.
It was.
Yeah, it really was there. Hello.
Miss Hubbard is about to turn me into a frog.
Yeah. Oh no, it's awful news. Is there anything else I can help any of you with? And she looks towards the strange Norwegian man dawdling in the corner as well.
I think that's all that I'm here for. I'll bring those books back tomorrow.
That's fine, dear. Well, toodaloo, and hope you all have a good day. She goes back to her sorting pile of books, going through the Dewey Decimal reference numbers and trying to sort out where they go.
Doing her scrapbooking.
No, her scrapbook's firmly gone back under the desk.
Okay.
She only does that in her breaks.
Aw, that's good. Okay, well, I will head out of the shop. I guess I'm a little confused because I kind of have adopted a Norwegian and I don't really know, but Muzz has been hanging around. So I guess I'll like walk out and then kind of like hover there, kind of like, am I with people now?
I'm walking out and I'm heading 3 doors down to the Crowdons.
Okay. That's fine. I'll just sort of watch you go.
Okay. It's easy enough to find.
Yeah. I will. I'm guessing gated. Have to go through a gate before I get to the door.
No. It's what you see is it's out on the main street here, and it's just a compared to some of the buildings next to it, it's more stone built. It's got like flint halfway up the building before it goes back to normal brickwork, looking like it was an older building with an extended upper floor. Like the upper floor is newer than the older, and it looks very much the same. Oh, you haven't been up to the church?
No, not yet.
Okay, it looks like it should be owned by the church, if that makes sense. It looks...
Can I...
Like it doesn't have a standard front
Can I roll
door.
a history check on that house? See if I can figure that out. Because
Yeah,
I haven't
sure.
seen the church yet. Oh, God, no.
You know some things, like you could easily see that this is like an older building, as in it's got some medieval basic to it. Like there's the front door isn't a normal front door. It's sort of inset from the front door and is that's very what's it called, the pointed roof coming down, and it's wood clad with metal rivets riveted
Classic.
in. With the square at the top with the bars, and it's like and then this flint built, very very stocky, very strong, semi-medieval building.
Very well. I will be knocking on the door then, if there is no bell.
Yeah, it's a knocker on the front door.
I will knock twice.
Okay, you knock twice. You wait a moment. Doesn't seem to be any answer.
Can I listen if there's anybody?
Sure, give me a listen check. You
So
don't.
while this is going on, I'm just going to like lean into Artemis and go, "There's a creepy man listening at the door over there."
You say that as if, like, it was the different man to the one that was in the shop with us.
As far
But I
as
guess
Borgvard
maybe
knows,
that's the-
it is.
the English. I think he's trying to see if anybody's home.
You don't think there's anyone home?
Just
Well, I
running
guess-
commentary.
Yeah. Right, I guess I'll just go up to the church then. If there's nobody here, maybe there's somebody's at the church I can speak to.
Well, just because they don't live at the church doesn't mean they don't be there to work.
You could surmise, Artemis, that the deacon might be at the church. It is a school day, so school is in thing and it's daytime.
Yeah, but
So the deacon's son might be at school, and the deacon's wife is
wait,
probably.
Simon that young?
How old is he?
You didn't
We
ask.
didn't ask. Ah.
Would I know?
How involved are you with the church? Like how?
We're a family of science. I think perhaps my father stopped
Ig-
going, and maybe I kind of felt too awkward to go back, and like I don't really.
Yeah, so you might not know the Crodens very well. You know
Okay,
of them,
yeah.
and you know he's younger than you.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't really know anything about the church. Not interested in going there.
You know.
I mean, you've not asked us, so I guess I'll just.
Well,
sort of-
I'll just let you know that I will be going up to the church to see the deacon and maybe his family. I have
mean-
some questions still.
We still don't know each other, so you're
Nope.
just kind of like, I'm going to the church, and I'm like,
Ah,
Good for you.
okay.
Anglicans are heathens anyway.
While you guys do that, I'm gonna drop back to T military. You guys have arrived at the town square, and the Chesterfield's in front of you. Do you want to go into the Chesterfield?
How busy is it in there?
But do you just go up looking through the door?
Yeah, just have a quick cursory look in.
It's not very busy. There's a few people around, but it's not. It's barely midday. It's got more of the hotel guests you surmise than, and there's only a very few of them, and then maybe one stall, shall we say, the bookend that you can surmise is normally at the end of the bar.
I'm just gonna head in and try and find like a table or like set of seats in the corner, like far away from people, really.
Yeah, that's easy enough done. Also,
I'm gonna head to the bar.
You could you could try to levy getting into the private area that you were in last night.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna go over to the bar and just, excuse me, could you, suppose we could use the cordoned off room, could be for more of a private conversation.
Oh, you were in there last. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And
Thank you kindly. I'm just gonna head back beyond the curtain.
no worries. No. Okay. Bye.
Is the person behind the bar male or female?
It is a female of around.
Oh, here we go.
40-ish.
No, this one's not. This one's of
Oh, okay.
around 26.
Are you the Bard?
He is the bard
Oh,
of
there's
the
left
party.
without supervision. Oh no!
Yes, you did.
Fuck! What?
It's about 26. Slightly frumpy woman. She's got sort of dirty blonde hair, tied up ponytail in what looks like work clothes.
All right, give the man something to hang on to.
Woof.
Another flash art line, but it's from season 2.
I like the season 4 one, where he goes,
Oh, yeah.
it's about
Yes.
something to hang my towel on. That one.
Yes.
Um,
I like the flight school one.
yeah. Oh yeah. Fantastic.
Always treat your plane like you treat your woman.
Anyway.
What do you mean,
Anyway.
sir? Take her to see your mother at the weekend for tea and crumpets? No. I won't finish that one off.
That's what she said.
Huh?
That's what she said.
I'm sorry, Para. This is disgraceful, I know.
I enjoy Blackadder. It's fine.
I will order 2 beers while also laying on the charm.
Okay. Charm me.
I'm not charming you. You're weird.
Okay, if you're charming, give me a suitable roll to go with said charm.
Charm.
I believe.
So, you mean like my appearance?
Yeah, roll with appearance, or if you have any special things like you could do some persuading. You could do, like, some people have fast talk. That you could levy that to be able to try and swing someone.
Okay. Green? Yeah, it's green we're going with, isn't it? Not purple.
Yes. Oh, wow! Your result was hard. Okay.
I don't know, because I'm not actually looking at that right now. 1 second.
You got it.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Yeah, you got fantastic. You rolled really well.
Wonder what extreme would be.
She gives you the drinks on the house and flutters her eyes at you a little bit. You surmise that she doesn't get much. Many people trying to talk to her on the day shift, so she's quite happy to think she offered you the because you only ordered 2 beers. She offers you the thing and then points you in the direction that your friend's gone.
I pick up my 2 beers, flash her a winning, charming flash smile, and go find my friend.
Flash her a smile.
Yes.
Hearty
Smile.
smile.
Woof. Okay. Yes.
Woof,
so you're
woof.
now both in the private section of the bar, which is empty by you two.
Okay.
Beer, old man?
Yeah, I just take it from his hand and just take a huge gulp of it.
It's alright, it was free.
I'm still gulping it. And you're like,
So
"Put it on the
maybe
table."
you should explain what's going on with your...
Right. Well, I don't know if you saw it. What did you see about him when we came through the door? How the light shifted, what he looked like, exactly.
Yeah, disheveled. Looked like he hadn't been out the building in
Hartwell, he
days.
looked like he was fucking blue.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
What? He looked less like he was ill, more like he'd been dead for days. Like a cadaver.
I tend to create bodies in the air and then not go around looking at them after the fact. You remember this, right?
I do have a basic understanding of how air combat works. Yes,
Okay, good.
but I feel like even you would understand that someone being blue is unusual.
Unless they're very unwell.
Well, he was very fucking unwell then. I'm just taking
Okay, fair enough.
Another huge gulp of the beer.
How unwell is unwell?
I mean, he looked like he was dead, almost.
Okay, fair enough. So we're kind of glad we got out of there then. Excellent.
Yes, we're very glad we got out of there. Did you see that fucking photo? Did you
Yes, I'm not going to be able to unsee that photo for quite a while.
Yes, me neither. Say, you said that was taken last month, didn't he?
Yeah, up near the churchyard.
The second week of.
I'm a bit disturbed by those people in those hooded figures. I mean,
Yes,
you can't even
they
say it was
look-
people.
They didn't look human, no. I'm just
No.
like Arthur's just going through his beer at rapid speed at this point. He's stress drinking hard.
Yeah, and Hartwell just slides his beer across the table because obviously his friend's going to need this.
Careful, sir. Not long you're gonna have to roll a constitution check.
No,
And not
no,
roll, I'm
keep
going to have to roll
drinking,
him back
keep
to the
drinking.
house.
Sorry?
Literally, just roll him up the hill.
Right. He said that was taken in the church grounds, didn't he?
Yes, because it's
That's
top of the
fine.
hill. It gives him the best view of the
But
area.
he couldn't say what it
When
was taken
exactly?
when it wasn't allowed.
No.
Say it was. He said it was taken last month. the second week of. These appearances only started 2-3 weeks ago. That must have been taken
It's around
the
that
same
time.
Yes. Well, shit. And another big gulp of beer. There's some people I met last night about that table over there, to be precise. They, I will say I'm rather unsettled by this, and would quite like to look a bit further in.
Maybe we should get some more history of the area first.
Maybe we should find some locals. There was a local girl last night, Miss Sheffield, I believe. 2 others, I think. Well, they weren't local, but they seemed useful, I guess. There's this this Dutch reporter gentleman. He seemed quite inquisitive. And there was this Norwegian, believe it or not, there was this Norwegian baron, and he seems very rich.
I like that. That's
Okay.
Borgvard's one defining feature in that conversation, and he seems very rich.
Do you have anything
Everyone
else
else
to give
is
me
like,
about this
"Oh, you
person?
fool."
Their name?
Then what? Oh, Borgvard Gunderson, I believe. Baron of Hammerfest, I don't know. Tell you
Hammerfest,
what.
not Iceland.
Norway. Oh, Norway. Iceland's in Norway. Anyway,
Okay.
I can't imagine it'll be hard to track down. Looking for a local, reasonably known figure, like a small mountain, and a member of the foreign gentry.
Okay, but unless they speak, we're not going to know that they're from a foreign country. Any
Well,
distinguishing
no, but
features?
how many 6'6" people do you see wandering around small English villages?
You know about farmers, right?
Yeah, I've met a couple in my time.
They're not exactly small people.
Well, I can't imagine there's a huge amount of 6'6" farmers. Look, and if not,
This is in the time where everyone was smaller.
It is
if
the
not-
1920s.
I'm sure they can. I'm sure. If not, that's a Borgvard gentleman. He only had one hand.
Okay,
Mhm.
one hand.
I can't
That's a
imagine.
pretty distinguishing feature that you might have left out a little bit there.
Well, oh, do you want the rest of this, by the way? This is the half-finished.
No,
beer.
no, no. By all means, you seem to need it more than I do.
Thank you. And I just take a huge gulp. But this situation unsettles me a little bit. Probably be careful.
Okay,
A
so
little
we need
bit.
to find this journalist and this Norwegian gentry,
6'6" journalist, one-handed Norwegian aristocrat.
right?
I can't imagine those two are hugely, generic terms in a small English village.
No. I would assume that. No. Okay, so find those two. They obviously you met them last night,
Yes.
and
And
they.
yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that I have that I am referring us to people I met in the pub the night before for what might be a serious matter. But bear with me.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I've only just met you, and we seem to be delving into something that's rather sinister.
It's an effective icebreaker, it seems.
Yeah, definitely works.
Yeah, we should look for them.
Okay.
I just finished the beer and stand up.
They just want me for my money.
Oh, we're gonna find them now. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay, Borgvard. It's true, but it's okay.
No,
mean, you are-
it's fine.
In my article, you described as seemingly made of money. So,
Literally,
Yes.
Okay,
break off his
so-
finger and pay for anything.
You guys get up and
He's already lost one hand. Leave him alone.
leave. Do
That's
Where do you-
that's
I'm
racist.
gonna try and basically go around sort of. Some people say, "Oh, hey, have you seen someone who looks like this?" Or have you seen someone like this? Or
Well,
have you
give
seen?
me a quick. There isn't an investigation check, is there?
No.
I'm just trying
In
to
a
see.
game about solving cases, you'd think there might be.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a very fucking generic
Give
term.
me a quick either navigate or spot hidden.
Jeez, I'm rolling well.
Forest, you're also open to do so.
Oh, okay. So spot hidden.
Or navigate, whichever you prefer.
I got spot hidden hard.
Oh, okay, you got a 12. You look to your right as you wander into the square for a bit, and you see what seems to be a very, very tall gentleman with a lady and a shorter man with one hand heading up the hill towards the church. It's only for a moment, and then they go around the corner.
Did you see them?
See who?
Like the really tall guy, and then there was a lady,
And I'm
very nice,
gesticulating wildly
nice
with my stump.
lady, and a guy with one hand.
That
Going
does
up the
sound
hill.
like... Well, come on, man.
Who's the
It's
lady?
very convenient that we're all like together in the moment that you've just realised that you want us to be together.
No. Well, the thing is, they're an hour behind. They were an hour behind you.
No, I know,
First.
but like it's convenient that it's lined up this way.
No such thing as
Really?
coincidences. Anyway,
I'm immediately gonna turn around and piss off in the other direction. Good luck fighting me. I'm just kidding.
I'm just like, well, come on then. Like,
okay. Well, I will switch back to the other half of the party. You guys, I'm guessing, are moving up towards the church.
Yes, pursuing.
So
No.
they're following you. And where are you guys going?
I'm heading to the church.
Yeah, you
'cause
are.
I don't want
I
to go to
did.
church.
I had no go on the 3 doors down, so
Yeah.
I'm going up to the church now
Okay.
to find the deacon.
What are
I'm
you doing
heading-
then, Artemis?
Back down. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm gonna check my watch. What time is it?
The time is
Daytime.
just about lunchtime. Do you want
we
an
spent
exact
2
time?
more hours in the library? Because it was 10 past 10.
We were trawling through old newspapers.
Yeah, there's
okay.
time there. It is about
Can't just Google the shit.
11:55. Yeah, you have to do actual research and then you investigate.
Damn it, Willem.
Then you had
This
a
is
conversation
hard
with
work.
the lady thingy. And don't forget you went through basically a phone book trying to help Borgvard find gas cellars. Like took a long time. It's about 12 o'clock.
is true.
It's about midday.
Okay.
And it's Monday,
In
right?
that case, I'm gonna know that the wool shop is probably closed for lunch, so there's no point going there. In which point, I'm gonna turn back to Borgvard and say, we could try and go and see Mr. Lear if you like. Ask him if he would happen to know anyone who, well, I suppose might have any more information on helium in the area.
Oh, I'm a fish out of water here. We'll go where you say. You say you know where helium is.
I don't quite know where the helium is.
Well, I
just-
didn't think the Anglicans kept it in their church over there.
Why have you become Canadian?
Canadian.
Oh, but there was a slight Minnesota to the end of your
What
sentence.
about
there.
Irish for a second there,
Yeah,
too?
well, yeah, that's why I went Canadian.
Everything but Norwegian, basically. Okay. I'll kind of like awkwardly like I'm like turning away to go and walk to Arnie's house, but I'm also kind of like looking back like is this, you know, are we moving? Like I'm kind of uncertain, but I just sort of start walking slowly and see if you follow, and
Yes.
and then just kind of keep walking. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've picked up a Norwegian. I don't know how.
I know. It's just the weirdest thing. You're just kind of wandering along, and then a Norwegian attaches itself to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty common.
And what you do? Won't let go.
I don't have any fjords to distract him with.
It's a shame, really.
Distract him with your fjords, did you just say?
Yes. Got no feels to distract him with.
Fjords.
Fjords. For crying out loud. Alright, so you guys head back down the hill, and coming towards you, you see Arthur and a gentleman you don't know.
Wait, an hour?
No, down the hill.
No, we're walking down the hill and we're seeing them walk up the hill, but you said that they saw us walk up the hill and we were in the library for like 2 hours. So for 2 hours, they've just been standing at the bottom of the hill waiting for us to
They
walk
did all
down.
their investigation and came to the town later. This is the moment that they first seen you.
No, but you said that they saw us
lost my
walk
watch.
up the hill,
Yeah,
right?
you did say
But we
that,
did that 2 hours ago.
Okay,
didn't.
I thought all three of you were about to go to the church, so that's where I thought you were going. That's why I said
No.
you're heading to the church, right?
No.
Which is
I am.
because that's the last thing I heard Willem said. Okay, now
No.
okay, I'll jump back to Arthur and the thing. You now see the Norwegian man from last night with a stump hand and the lady from last night coming towards you, and the giant go up the hill.
It's like, oh, for God's sake, they're simple. Which is closer?
The people coming towards you.
One of them's just wandered off. He got
I mean,
taken.
he did say he would do that, so.
But yes, I'm just gonna sort of head up the hill towards them
Yep.
with some urgency.
Okay. Borgvard and
Borgvard's
And
gone, so
Artemis,
if he's
you
gone,
see-
I might take a quick BRB and just see what's Willem doing. I don't know.
Well, I'm still heading up the hill. I don't
Okay.
know how far up that hill the church is, but
Oh my god, they've both disappeared.
Okay, if you're heading up the hill towards the church, so you were actually, if I ping it on your map, oh, I'm on the wrong panel. Give me a moment.
yeah, about there, right?
I can't ping on this layer. Yeah, you're
Oh,
there,
yeah, okay.
and obviously you can just see the hill, and there's a slight turn off. Where the turn off is where the gate to the actual churchyard is.
At the corner already. Okay.
No. So there, and then the churchyard starts there with the
Oh,
path
okay.
heading up to the church. It's on quite a steep incline of a hill.
Fair enough.
And
Well, I'll be
it's
heading up
a
then.
churchyard for a pretty old town, and it's the only one, so it's pretty big. There's all sorts of. You get the impression there's actually a few mausoleums here. There's a couple of more family crypts and stuff, as you can see. They're like larger
Like to,
gravestone sites.
Check the names of the different gravestones. Anything stand out? The mausoleums.
Right now, stand out.
Gravestones. Anything specific?
I need more to go
I'm looking
on
at
than that.
I'm looking for very typical ornaments on the mausoleums, on the gravestones, like that stands out.
Okay,
That
so
is
you-
not like normal.
Okay, so you're looking for abnormal sort of gravestones, anything like
Yes.
that. Okay. Are you just the ones to the side of the path? Are you actually going through the graveyard?
I'm walking through the graveyard.
You're taking your time on this. Okay, yeah, give me a spot hidden then.
He's tall. He has a good
Oh
vantage.
god.
It just looks like a relatively pretty graveyard.
Well
It's well
tended.
very very well tended. And you notice on some of the gravestones, there's some that have quite a large date on them, in terms of like quite an older date. But the gravestone looks pretty pristine, like it could have been put in a year ago, but it's more like 50. This is a very well kept, almost garden of a graveyard. But that's all you see. It's a bit cleaner than some you've been to, that you've seen either in the UK or.
I mean, I'd rather roll a history check on that one because it is a graveyard.
I
There's
thought you
a lot
said
of
roll an
history.
attack for a hot second, and I was like, I was
No.
gone for 2 minutes.
Leveraging what on history? What are you trying to?
My knowledge of graveyards, because I use those a lot for research.
Okay, I will allow it. What are you trying to ascertain?
apparently nothing much.
You still
But
might get
basically,
something.
yeah, basically, what are the big names in the town? What are the...
You don't have
What
enough
is the point?
research to understand that. You see a few familiar names from what you've seen. You see Leah, you see Bell, you see you see a couple of Sheffields. You see you don't see, and then you see a lot of common British names. You see Smiths, Bakers.
No Bexleys.
No Bexleys.
The Belgrave. The Belgrave. Is that like specific a mausoleum, or is that just a gravestone?
Just a gravestone.
And is there a Mr. Bell? Or just a Mrs. Bell?
Just a Mrs. Bell.
And when did she die?
You see that... Whoa. Hang on. Stephen, where are you?
Stephen!
It's not Stephen, I'm after
I
right
can
now.
stop
No,
saying
but
Stephen's mother in my notes.
his mother's information is in with Stephen. Because obviously I don't need to do a character profile for someone who's dead, or do I?
I was gonna say I'm not sure I believe that at all.
It's a very transient term in these kind of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the handwritten
So
notes. You see a death of 5 years ago.
5 years
What's
ago,
her
so
name?
1920. Yeah, that's what. That's I want to know what's on the gravestone. Like, is there only a Mrs. Bell?
No,
And what is her name?
You see Sarah, as in Sarah without an H. Sarah Bell.
Very Jewish,
But
but okay.
Age. Do I have her age on it? No, it just says Sarah Bell. The date of her death, which is it's the 15th of March, 1919.
1919. Yep.
It just says, beloved mother taken too quickly.
No age.
No age.
And no birth date either.
You get the impression that they had to pay per word, and it wasn't necessarily the most money went into this.
And there is no Mr. Bell anywhere near that grave.
Not that you can see.
Very well. Alright, guess I'll walk up to the church then.
Okay. While you're doing that, I will jump back to Borgvard and Artemis, who see a hurried Arthur running towards them with a gentleman that they don't know.
Confusion.
Okay. What does Borgvard do?
I'm following her.
I guess I'll kind of like pause.
Borgvard pauses.
When, like, you know, I'll just sort of stop where we're walking, wait for them to
These men are
approach.
approaching with purpose.
Yes. I believe that's the gentleman from last night. I'm not sure who he's with.
Yeah, I just sort of at some point just like put like wave a hand out, so I'm not just this like, you know,
Barreling
like
towards them. Yeah,
like,
no, that's
running
fine.
towards.
Awkwardly wave.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Exactly, the other hand.
Wave your stump.
Just wave the stump.
Ben, you need to build yourself a false stump so you remember.
Well, I went to the correct side that time.
I know,
Yeah,
but
the second
even
time.
so, because also you go to do things with both hands, and then you realize I can't do that.
I don't have a hand. You'd think after like 5 years of this character, I'd be.
Used to it,
That's what I'm saying. You need to build yourself a fake stump. Get yourself like a hook hand that you can.
Yeah, get a hook hand and then like take the hook off, so it's just.
So it's just the.
Yeah.
Just the
Or
hook, yeah.
Just before just before stream, just tape it off. Tape your hands like this.
Yeah.
Just take some clear packing tape and tape it. That'll be great for my notes.
Okay, tape a pen to it.
Yeah.
Yes, Arthur,
okay.
it doesn't take you long to catch up to the others.
Yeah, yes, Morgard in Sheffield. He's probably, I assume he's probably come at some speed at this point, so...
You just addressed Norwegian nobility by his first name.
And then some peasant girl by her last name.
Oh, this class system's gotten
take you to the
spicy.
helium, good sir.
I didn't say that out loud.
Well, Arthur has more things on his mind how to address foreign nobility. Yes.
Okay.
You know about the disappearances recently?
Yes.
And last night about Mr. Lear, he said he accused Stephen Bell of having something to do with the disappearances.
Oh, well, yes, but Arnie was drunk, and I don't think that he really.
We talked to Stephen, and not saying there is, but there's something very, very wrong with Stephen. I think Mr. Lear might not be hugely far from some degree of truth.
Oh. Oh, I mean, we were going to see Mr. Lear, but not about this.
I have an industrial concern.
Roller.
Great.
No, I'm not going to make you roll English. You'd know what industrial and concern are. Considering that's all you've been talking about.
Yeah, he's studied before he came all of the English words for like anything to do with helium.
I remember as helium, industrial, and concern. That's it.
The thing is, with how skill improvement works, by the end of this campaign, he might actually be really good at English.
Well, I did pass an English check already.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like, do you mind if we accompanied you? There's some things I'd like to ask Mr. Lear.
I'm just gonna walk past Captain, whatever his bloody name.
Yep.
I'd say,
Hold my hand out to Borgvard Gunderson and introduce myself as Lord Forrest Hartwell, and then take the lady's hand and flash her a winning smile.
Artemis is like, excuse me, sir, why are you just touching me with that?
I'm basically just gonna do what I do and like extend the stump at first, and then like, all right, and then go back.
I mean, do you introduce yourself, or do you just like take my hand? Are you just holding my
I
hand?
introduce myself and ask you for your name.
I
As a
introduce myself
gentleman
as
would.
Lord Gunderson.
Artemis Sheffield.
Ah, goddess of the hunt.
Yes, not a lot of people know that.
I thought you were a farmer.
Sister. Riley?
Ouch.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, no, that was out loud.
Who?
Who? Which one?
No,
Who
I'm
are you talking
asking.
to?
I'm asking
Oh, the
Borgvard
cameras are in
who
different orders.
he thinks is a farmer. I'm just double checking. I want you to confirm for me
Who are
who.
you talking to? Who do you think is a farmer?
When you say
No, the cameras are in different orders. Mate.
It means nothing.
Like you're above me.
Artemis. I think Artemis is a farmer.
okay, well no, but I'm asking you in character. I said who, so do you just
Who?
point at me?
Yeah, just.
Oh, God, no. No. We live on a farm. I mean, it used to be. No.
I'm more confused now. You live on the farm, but you don't actually farm.
Shall we go?
Well, I garden, I suppose.
Is that not farming? You put the plants in the ground and they grow.
We just have. Sorry.
I'm gonna turn
Sorry.
to the new person and be like,
We did have some potatoes this year. though.
Okay, can I get you both
what
to
is the
roll?
word for growing food in the ground in English?
Can you both roll an English language check.
What, me too?
Yeah, because you're trying to explain something to someone who doesn't understand something in clear English.
I gotta pull up my character sheet. Hang on.
So I'm just trying to discern if he understands you at all, or if this is going to continue to go round in
Okay.
circles.
Hey, 2! I got 2 of those succeeded out.
Okay.
But Artemis got
No,
a
no.
hard, so
No, I
combined they
succeeded.
make a normal.
Oh shit! Oh no, I failed.
You failed. You're just like farming.
So Borgvard, you understand that she might mean she grows stuff for a hobby rather than for monetary gain. That's what you take from it.
Gotcha.
Anyway, farming aside, what's
There's a
everybody
blackberry
doing?
now, but
Yes. Artemis, should you be the local and know? Do you know where Mr. Lear's place of business is? We should be going talking to him.
oh well, it's lunchtime, so he might be at home. I was headed to his house.
Do you mind if we tag along? We have some pertinent things to ask him.
Artemis is like kind of, very overwhelmed. I mean, like this, you're the more people, like everyone has been tagging along with her today. It was not how her day was gonna go. Yesterday, wasn't how her day was gonna go. But it's like, yes, I suppose. I mean, if you,
Miss Sheffield, may I escort you to Mr. Lear's house?
if you need to.
Persuasion, Mr. Hartwell.
Persuasion.
Let's see
One
if
way
you
to get
can.
over.
Let's
Hey, I was
see.
going for pure on appearance, charisma type thing there.
Yes,
okay.
but
Artemis
does
is,
Artemis care what you look like?
Artemis is a bit of a shy individual. You might need persuasion.
I have incredibly high IQ and intelligence, so it's.
I
Like,
have a incredibly bad fail for that one.
Well, take that as you will, Artemis.
Okay, so this dude I've never met
Wow,
is
that's bad.
like, kind of trying to.
Hey,
I,
I'm being
I
nice.
can tell that he's being overly friendly. I'm a little uncomfortable. It's strange because of all the people I've now met, I guess I'm kind of trying to put Borgvard in between me and Hartwell. Because apparently the strange Norwegian man that thinks I'm a farmer is safer to me at this moment.
I'd be like that. I was trying to be a gentleman. Gotcha.
Bloody flyboys.
Just lead the way.
Woof.
Okay,
No, I'm hurt now.
again, Artemis is like kind of
Ah.
wandering off, and there's just people following her, so she's like checking back, but everyone's just kind of
A
walking.
train of weird explanatory points following her.
Right. It's like, okay, I guess we're going.
Always follow the person with the map.
Okay, so where are you heading? Are you heading to Mr. Lear's work
Home.
office or his home?
His home. It's lunchtime.
Yeah, we'll just bug him right in his house.
Do you know where his home is?
He's like the main engineer dude, right?
Yeah, why would you know where his home is?
Because my dad probably needed like equipment and stuff.
Was he sending? No.
I'm just... That would still warrant going to his office rather than his personal home.
I don't know how big the town is, honestly. I kind of figured it was like a town and I'd know these things, but if you're saying I don't, then like we can just take away all the things I said in the conversation and we'll just go to his office. That's fine.
I'd be like that.
It's about 1,000 people, this place.
Yeah, but it's like he's one of the prominent
Do you,
people.
okay, put it this way. Do you know where each of the councillors in your hometown live?
Do you know what? I actually know where like 5 of them live.
As a general member of the
least.
public, I don't.
I don't even know who my council.
no, not
You
at
know
all.
where the mayor's house in my hometown was?
Well, yeah, the mayor is different.
We didn't have anybody else. That was it. That was the government. That guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Ben, did you randomly know the local building contractor's house in your hometown?
Yeah, none of that existed here.
Okay, fine.
The builders have like their names on the vans, and then you see their van parked and in front of their house, and
For
it's
their business address.
Yeah. It's not look. I live with a tradesman. He doesn't have his like full fucking address in case you want to run
Could
by.
we have looked it up?
Here you are, detox me. Okay. Give me an intelligence roll, and we'll see if you know what it is.
Oh god. Sorry. Borgfard's
oh look, I know. I'm
You-
very clever.
You seem to recall that he lives on. He lives on Blackstone Road, which is.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me.
in England.
Yes, in England.
It's this one.
As
Also,
far
I
as
need to.
Borgfard
I
knows.
need to quickly adjust the cams on this page because I didn't do it. Ooh, look at those. Enjoy. Oh my goodness, what have I grabbed?
Oh my.
Did you guys see where I pinged?
Nope.
No.
Not in time.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I'm looking at the map.
Oh,
Oh, there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's Blackstone Road. That wasn't the exact of his address, but that's the road. Have I got multiple rivals? What is going on here? Okay, this one. No, this one. But yes, so do you start heading that way?
Yeah.
Okay, one yes is a yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
As-
What is happening on your stream?
I'm adjusting the webcams on the showing the audience the map panel, which because I did the one for all of us like in just general chatting, but not on the hello. This is where we all are map panel one, and it randomly decides to grab every webcam at once, even though they're all their own individual
That
element.
echo is absolutely
Really annoying.
bonkers.
I don't know who it's coming from.
It's still my fucking shared self. I'll fuck with the settings a bit, see what happens.
Just put yourself as push to talk on Discord.
Probably a smarter way of doing it. I'll fix it in the
It's not
background.
like I said that like. an
Yeah, you
hour
did
ago.
say that.
yeah.
Like with her word mouth.
With my word mouth, yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Right. I can't wait to definitely forget I've got this on.
Try and fit you all on one side. Okay.
But as we sort of, I assume, head off in that direction, I'm just going to sort of say in a slightly quieter voice to the group.
Good, that just minimized every
Also-
panel, because of course it did. Because fuck you.
Also, as when we were at Stephen Bell's abode, we did spot something more disturbing. I'd prefer to discuss in a more private environment at some point.
Disturbing.
Indeed.
At Stephen's house.
Something he showed us. And his overall demeanour. But I prefer not to talk about it on, well, an open street.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you make your way to Blackstone Road, I'm going to head back to Willem. Willem, you're outside the
Yes.
church.
Mm-hmm.
And I will find a description for you.
Why, thank you.
Need a bit more light to read, sorry. So. Where's Bexley Hall? Where is St. Craythorne?
So do we actually have the party together now?
Nope.
Bar one.
No.
Bar two, sort of.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bar one that's here today. Okay.
That means
Okay.
it's almost time for a combat encounter.
No, it's not.
No.
No,
So,
thank you.
in front of you, you see a large, fairly large church for this area. Like, you surmise that this is overtly bigger than a standard church. It is flint clad. It's got like flint walls for the majority of it. But then on one end there is a tower. The tower has a clock in it. It's a full-on clock tower, but that's more of a brick. And then the top of the tower there is a roof that instead of coming to one point, it comes to three individual spikes, and is surrounded by there's all sorts of carvings and grotesques on the trimmings to
Gargoyles?
the tower. No, grotesques, not gargoyles. Gargoyles have water coming out the mouth. And yes, and then the main building is a pointed roof that is made of slate, or what seems to be slated tiles going all the way along, and then it L-bends around to another sort of sub-hall, and in that sub-hall is where the door is.
So, like the entrance.
Yes, that would be the main entrance. So if we were to zoom into the map, so the entrance is on that corner, and you can't, unless you did you walked around the graveyards, you might have seen, you also saw there's like a secondary entrance on the tower side of the building. So the tower is that end of the building.
This is the entrance, and this is the tower?
No. So the tower is on this end of the building, but that little outcrop is what looks like almost a staff door. But yeah, the main entrance is here.
Okay, so I would notice that this church is actually larger than the town would really require.
Yeah, you've been.
Or do you
like
want
you
me
said,
to roll
no,
for
no,
that?
yeah, that's fine because I've told you. But you feel free to try and inspect the building if you wanted to.
Well, yeah, I definitely want to roll a history on that one. So that seems to be. Oh,
Ooh.
hello.
Ow.
Before
That is a success.
I say this next thing, you said that you're quite familiar with churches, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need everyone to take their headphones off.
What also floats?
Shit.
Okay, so, Willem, you notice that, as well as this church being much larger for a town of this size, and it's a lot grander, there's a lot of money that's been put into this church, and the stonework. There's stonework that looks like it's been... there's artworks and craftsmanship that you wouldn't necessarily expect for just a British church or even a Dutch church. You know from what you've seen and just your travels, you see craftsmanship that looks like in some of the grotesques. This is the either the faces or whatever statues are carved into the stone. You see work that could be Arabic. You see work that could be Greek. You see Italian influence. You see a lot of Gothic influence, and it's like a very well-crafted amalgamation of different influence. You also notice that above the church, above the clock faces, there is a different shaped grotesque for each above each clock face with a different emotion on. From here you can't quite make out what those, like, what they fully are or anything. You just see there's a face with a different shape on. You also notice that the L bend where the door is, you can surmise that the church is of a newer build at that end, and then this main hall area looks to be older, with the tower also being newer build. So you've got like that history. Yeah, you've got like one Victorian. Where the entrance is, there's like a Victorian bit. Then you've got a very medieval section, and then the tower is somewhere in between those two. Like this has slowly been built up over the years with a lot of money going into it.
That is quite normal, actually. But yeah.
Yeah. That's relatively normal, but
So
it's more the ages.
medieval church, you say? Basically, the main building.
Yeah. And from what you've done with that history check, you can surmise that it's probably about 900 AD is the oldest part, from what you can tell.
Anything specific about the grotesques, other than the fact that they have those different emotions?
Not from a history check.
No, okay.
But yeah, I will get everyone else in.
Yep.
Oh, you interrupted my dancing.
But cracking, well done on that roll.
Quite.
Yeah, kudos on your rolling.
Don't forget to tick it as a success.
I did.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed. I will keep my eyes open inside as well.
Okay, so you're gonna go in?
Yes. I mean, I'm assuming the church is open as they usually are.
Yep. The main door. One of the door is a double door. One of them's closed, but one is wide open.
Yeah.
And you go in, and you couldn't see it from the outside, but when you're in this older part of the building, it's standard windows. But as you turn the corner, there is some luscious stained glasses because of the way the sun was. You couldn't see, it was darker on the outside, but in the inside, with the light coming through them, you see that there's a beautiful array of stained glass windows on each of the 8 windows as they go down, depicting different scenes. There is there's a font towards if you went around the L and then towards the tower. So the tower is at the back with the altar and the font in front of it. Strangely as well, there is a confession booth in the newer part of the building. And you're pretty sure that this isn't a Catholic denomination, but there is a confession booth there. There is, if you look up, there's beams across the ceiling and a large crucifix hanging down above the altar. It's like
hang on, is there a Christ on the crucifix?
There is no Christ on the crucifix.
Okay. So Protestant or Anglican?
Yeah.
The crucifix is hanging right side up. Just checking.
Yeah, it's the right way up.
It's actually slowly rotating by itself.
On fire, just.
And yes, there is a man with massive robes and pray in some sort of no. You do notice that the crucifix has a point to the bottom, but none of the other edges are they're squared off.
Whittled into a steak.
Yes, that's one way to describe it, Ben.
So those scenes on the windows, are they the standard scenes you see? Yeah.
That's a loaded question. Either give me a history or a spot hidden check.
I'm gonna go for the history. Oh crap!
Strangely, despite your vast knowledge of churches, you don't actually recognize anyone.
And you said there's only 8 windows.
Yeah, so there's 4 on each side.
Okay.
Very large ones.
They're
the only stained glass ones. You actually don't recognize anyone in these photos. In the stained glass, bar the normal Christian denominations of like angels and cherubs. You don't see Christ. And you don't You don't see anyone that you would normally recognize. You do see a man who has been haloed, but you don't know who it is.
Does the man look like the statue in the center of town?
Have you had a good look at the statue in the center of town?
I mean, I had a good look at the car almost crashed into the statue. I'm pretty sure that I saw the statue as well.
You've seen the statue, but you'd have to take a better look.
Okay, fair enough.
or like you can't really tell from the. It's a very different thing to have a statue and compare a statue and a stained glass window at fair glance. Like there's even with Jesus, there's very different paintings of Jesus than there are statues of Jesus. Like
your buddy Jesus.
but the church seems empty currently.
Completely empty. Nobody around.
Nobody's nobody's praying or anything. It seems like it's open, and it seems like there's probably somebody about, but there's no one in your direct view right now.
I'll be walking around the church and see if I can find anybody. Because
Okay.
I'm looking for the deacon.
Okay, sure. You begin to walk up the aisle, which, by the way, has a carpet down over the stone tiles. It's between the aisles, and the aisles are wooden. You walk towards the altar to see if there's anyone there, and out from that staff door, you see someone walk in a long sort of workman's coat, and he's got a brown suit on. It's not a full suit. It's a waistcoat and trousers combination. The trousers seem to be held up with braces. It looks a very worked-in suit rather than a formal suit, but it's a semi-suit nonetheless. He's got sort of salt and pepper beard, and waxed back hair. He's a man of about 40.
I will, on a normal tone of voice, because this is church. Excuse me, sir.
He looks up. From when he closes the door, he looks up and goes, "Oh, can I help you?"
I am looking for the Deacon Crowden.
Crowden. I think he's popped down the market to get us some sandwiches. He'll be back within the next 30 minutes or so.
Very right. Whom are you by? I'm Willem Company, by the way.
He brushes off his hands. I'm Barrett. A Barrett Cook. I'm the groundskeeper, and I tend to the grapes.
You're doing a good job at it as well.
Thank you. My family have been doing it.
Graveyards looks amazing.
My family have been doing it since the late 1700s. It's a proud thing. The graveyard itself has won many awards, and we're very happy to. And it makes the parish of St. Craythorne.
While we wait, could you tell me something more about these stained glass windows and the church itself? Since your family has been tending it since the 1700s?
Yeah, certainly. So the church is called the Parish of Our Father St. Craythorne. It is... Well, it's Church of England, but we cater to all denominations that are part of our flock, because that is the more Christian thing to do, we feel, and always felt with St. Craythorne. The church has been here from about the 900s. The oldest part of the church you are stood in right now. The stained glass was a later addition that was back in 1820, I think. The stained glass came. There was a stained glass in there before, but I believe it was damaged in over time and such. It naturally happens, and unfortunately, before this became the parish of St. Craythorne, it was left in disrepair, and it was actually disused as a church for many years. It was about that time that we built the extended section, as you see. The newer section of the church was made after it became the parish of St. Craythorne, and I can't remember if the you'll have to forgive me, but I can't remember if the tower was one of our additions or if it was already here.
Who funded these classes in Windows? Because they're mighty expensive.
It's just gone 9, by the way, Midge.
Okay, I'll just finish this off. If any of you guys would like to go to your break early, feel free to do so. And then I'll come back to you guys after the break, but I'll finish this little explanation with...
I have to miss information anyway. You're going to tell me to go away and miss more information.
Okay,
Not so quickly, pal. Okay.
Some of this is stuff you'd already know, so... okay, I can't remember if this is us. What was your question, sorry?
Who funded these? Because they look expensive.
Well...
And having a church in disrepair and building it up again, because looks in marvelous state.
Well, the people who originally took on the church, they had a fund that they put into it, and then they got local donations, local businesses, members of the flock. It's grown over the years. There was a lump cash sum that came in when they first took over, and then it's just generated over time.
I see.
Some of the cross is actually only the last 10 years. That was raised by the PTA combined with the homeowners association and I can't remember, and the local neighborhood watch. They put together a fete, and yes, they raised money for it. Homeowners association is the wrong word. I know, that's the American term. I couldn't remember the British term.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, excuse me, sir. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I can't remember what the British term for it is.
We just have parish council, don't we? In smaller towns.
This is more of a private organisation. So
I don't think we have a direct equivalent.
Okay. Well, I'll come up
think
with a
it
name
is
for
also
it then, why not?
And these stained glasses, what do they depict? Because I don't recognize a lot of these.
Oh, well, I'm not the one to tell the story, really, but they depict the life of St. Craythorne. He is, although not canonised by the Church of England, he is a local folk saint who is apparently from the area, and yeah. It's basically telling you of his life and his miracles.
Very interesting. I'm assuming the deacon will tell me more, or can tell me more.
Oh, for sure. The deacon.
Very nice.
The deacon is more knowledgeable in the life of St. Craythorne than I.
And you live on the grounds, or you live nearby?
I have a small house at the end of the by the gate of the church itself. It's just outside the parish's grounds itself, but it's there. It's been in my family for a while. It's the groundskeeper's house, I suppose. Do you have any more questions for him, or are you okay to go to break?
I'm okay to go to break.
Yeah, I'm okay. We'll go to break.
Cool, we will go to break. Join us in about 10 minutes where we will come back and do some more investigating, but go get yourselves a cup of tea or a drink or whatever, and we'll see you then.
Have a tea.
Also, Rommel, I'm glad you're enjoying the rum.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, I will get talking to chat in a moment, but first I'm going to go get myself a Jinky Jonks. Also, I'm bringing us back on the stream now, just in vocally at least, so I can therefore talk to some people. Ah. Everyone working hard on their notes.
I'm reading the book.
Ah.
I'm making notes, but I mean, most of the information is meta information.
Mm-hmm. Hey Ben, it's Twiglets. Hey, I haven't had them in a long time, so.
It's true. In all fairness, it's been a while since those disgusting things have made an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
What up, my dudes? Nothing's up. Okay.
Sorry, hold on. I'm just.
Everything
He's
is up.
twiggling.
No, I'm checking my note. I'm checking some notes about.
Okay. What you munching?
What isn't he munching?
Anything other than food. Right. Everybody's back. Are we ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Let's do this.
let me unpause the audio recording. Okay. So, we've just left Willem investigating some of the church, and he's been told that the deacon will be back in about 30 minutes. But for now, we will jump over to the rest of the party, who are heading to Blackstone Street. I think it's Blackstone Street or Blackstone Road. Mm-hmm. Blackstone Road, sorry. Where you are trying to find the house of Mr. Lear.
He has my helium.
Does that mean you're saying I only know the road?
That is what I'm saying, yes.
Well, that's jolly good, isn't it? Okay. Oh God, I don't know. We will. I guess I'll kind of pause at the end of the road. And kind of think for a second.
Is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure which house it is.
Simple way to sort that out, and I just go to the nearest door and knock on it.
Okay. You go to number 1, Blackstone Street. Mm-hmm. And the door opens after about a couple of seconds waiting. And what seems to be a sniffing 10-year-old boy opens the door.
Terribly sorry, could you...
Do I recognise the boy?
My answer to that was how often do you spend looking at children? But that's not something I should say.
No, I don't recognise the boy. Okay, that's the easy answer.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yes, sorry. I don't suppose you know where
thick.
Mr. Lear lives. What?
What?
He's sick.
Oh, I heard thick. I was like,
Yes, that's because he's got blocked nose.
I'm
He's
thick.
sniffing a lot. He's
got
ill.
lisp.
Yes. Don't suppose you know where Mr. Lear lives.
Leith. He does also have the lisp.
Okay.
How is Lear turned into Leith?
Lear? There was a th on the Lear. As in...
So Lear.
It flamed, okay? Mummy! this you see him do that, and then
Heard enough of that today.
This house, what looks like a housewife with a tea towel, sort of. Yes.
Yeah, could you point us to the residence of Mr. Lear, if you please?
Oh, Lear's 6 houses down.
Okay, thank you very much.
There's only houses on one side as well, so it makes it quite simple.
I don't even know the person who lives 1 unit over.
Do you know?
They didn't do numbers back in the day, right? It's not like...
Oh yeah, I mean they all have house numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, I
Fancy.
go 6 doors down and knock on the door. Well,
I mean,
I'm not going insane.
you've sort of taken over this whole shindig. Obviously, Artemis isn't going to say anything, but she is just going to be a little bit like, excuse me, in the background.
Well,
In her head. I'm giving you her head, okay? Because she doesn't say anything interesting, so I would just tell you what she's thinking.
Phrasing. But yeah, I knock on the door 6 doors down.
Okay. You knock on the door, and a lady comes to the door.
Hello, Miss Lear? Mrs. Lear?
Quizzical look. Yes.
Is your husband in?
Oh no, he'll be at the office. Why? Who are you?
Okay, we just want to. Oh, I'm just a.
Why
just
didn't
wanted to
you
talk to him.
correct me when I assumed that lunch would be had at home? Why didn't you tell me that that's not how people do things?
Because I'm not going to get in the way of your character assumption. He tends. He'd be at the office. Who are you? I can phone to say that you're coming.
Arthur Byron.
I'm waving in the background.
We met at the. Ignore him. He's.
You can't see me.
I'm
Behind
idiot.
you.
Oh, I know she
Okay.
went.
Can I make a check to see if I would assume the strange thing in the background would be Borkvard, or is that just assumed knowledge at this point?
I'm gonna let that up to you. That's a character decision.
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's Borkvard being strange. I don't mind him. Yes, Arthur Byman. We met in the Chesterfield last night.
Oh. All right.
Nothing
Yeah.
about.
He'll be at the office.
Okay.
Didn't you technically meet outside the Chesterfield light? I met him in the Chesterfield light. And I still get...
Semantics, that weird Dutch voice in my head.
I often have a weird Dutch voice in my head as well. So don't worry about it. Is that all you're saying to her? In case she
yes, and I just traipse away. I just turned to Romus. I don't suppose you know where his office is, or?
Yes.
Actually,
Just,
you
you
all
know,
will have seen
really
it because it's in the
embarrassing.
main square of Craythorne.
Yay, we're just having a lovely walk for the sake of exercise. It's fine, don't even worry about it. I'll just wander off towards it
All right.
in silence.
Please go in that
Should have
direction.
taken my balloon.
I mean, you were there. You're not far.
It's hardly like crossing a city.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes at the most. It's like one straight line essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get to the you find yourselves standing out of Lear Construction Limited. And it's Priory Square, St. Craythorne is what it says on a large, almost skywriting style sign hanging over what seems to be quite a small construction office. Let me just actually check which one it is in the square because I think I got that wrong. It is that one specifically.
It's difficult because it pings out so wide.
Yeah.
The second one from the corner?
Yeah, the thin one that's not got the slant.
Yeah.
I can put a little mark. I'll let one of you put a little marker on there, because you can start denoting places on the map if you would like, for your own references. Color code it or however you want to do it. Armor this.
There.
Yeah, that building there.
Oh, okay, in that case.
When you let everybody in Arma draw on the map, it is just.
Yeah, let's not do that.
balls all over the
Whole
place.
dicks.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm guessing you all go inside.
I'm looking for
Yes.
helium.
Does he just go in? I am looking for the helium.
Well, I'm kind of muttering it to myself.
Helium! Give me helium!
No, he's not allowed to. He's just muttering it to himself.
Okay, you go inside.
Do we see him? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Give me a second. Okay, so
Sorry, you just went into your Twiglets like you were done with that sort
You-
of knowledge, so.
you enter the door and you see what seems to be a reception with a receptionist, and then like one of those half walls within glass and a glass door, and in the glass interior you see 3 more desks. None of them are being sat at. They're all kind of being sat on, like leant against the desk. There's like 3 gentlemen sort of chatting. One of them sees the door open and he pulls down the blinds because they're all eating their lunch, but they don't want to be disturbed. And the receptionist looks up. She's also got an apple and goes, "Lear Construction, how can I help?"
Yes. Some of us would like to talk to you, Mr. Lee, if that's all possible, for industrial concerns and something more personal.
Okay, can it be done in one meeting?
I just looked at Borkvard.
I'm looking for the helium.
Yes, I think it could be.
All right. Let me just look at what times they've got available.
Do I know her?
Do you know her?
I will ask that about everyone we meet.
Yeah, you know her.
Who is she? Tell me more.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Use your words. Her name is Amelia.
All right. While she's looking over,
Amelia,
looking for
not
a time,
Amelia.
I'm gonna pull a shilling
Amelia.
out. I'm gonna put a shilling down on the book and be like, "Would you have a meeting available immediately?"
I forgot we've got Mr. Moneybanks.
Like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna take over.
She takes it. She just takes it, slides it into her pocket.
Amelia who?
Sorry. Sorry.
Accepts bribes.
Amelia Baker. She
Amelia
actually was. She's like school age for you, for the few times that you were actually at school.
Oh.
She would have been in your classes.
I'm gonna turn to Rival, just sort of subtly, like not whisper, but like say quietly. I told you the rich one would be useful.
You realise that Rival is also rich, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not that rich.
Hey, I've got a rolls just like you, buddy.
He
You wanted a dick measure here?
He knows how much this money's worth. You don't.
See,
Yes.
that's how rich I am. I don't even understand the concept of how much I have.
I hope you're making
Getting
a
into
note of
pissing
how
contest
many.
about who's richer, because it's
In
fairly
the office of a
straightforward, mate.
construction worker.
You went to the money exchange place. You just dropped like a bag of gold on them, and you were like,
I like the
need this to
idea.
be
It's just like
coins.
a cast like bust of like one of the
Do
Calmers
the British have
or
paper
something.
money at this point, or am I
yes,
just, is
but
this
no
like a-
one uses it because it's like a pound is so much money, like
Yeah.
so
Oh,
much
okay.
money.
So
It's-
everybody's
it's a
still got,
proper
like, a coin
banknote.
purse.
Yeah,
If you were in
Yeah.
London, you could get away with using notes, but as soon as you go outside of London, it's like no one knows there are notes because they're just ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Think of notes as banker's checks in this.
Okay, so it's kind of like how the U.S. technically has a $1,000 bill, but nobody fucking carries a $1,000
Yeah.
bill.
Oh yeah, it's exactly that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't go into like a supermarket and say, I'd like to buy my sandwich with this. Do you have change?
Like, I buy this pack of gum. Do you have change for $1,000?
Yeah. Can you break 1,000?
Gold,
No.
bullion, or silver?
Why not?
Like.
Can I pay in historical artifacts? Is that?
But yeah, no.
Some places you
She
could actually get away with that.
she looks at the thing, crosses out a few names. He's just having his lunch at the moment. Give him 10 minutes.
I can wait 10 minutes.
And she goes to pick up the phone to clearly cancel an appointment. Sorry, was there anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking around at the
she
crowd.
then,
I was like,
she then goes on the phone and goes, "Yeah, hi, Mr. Webster. Yeah, unfortunately," it just goes on a exposition of, "I'm gonna have to move your meeting. Sorry if you've already left. Not that you would have if you've answered the phone in this day and age.
I'm in the car right now.
It's not that rich.
No, I'm on the horse.
Really streaming out behind me.
I like the idea that there's a guy just with cable running it behind them.
Yeah, the guy with like one
I
of those
actually,
big
I actually crashed
spools.
into a telephone booth to take this call.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Matrix
I guess
flashbacks.
is there somewhere for us to sit, please, to wait?
Um,
I'm saying please, DM, give
she
us somewhere
sort
to
of-
sit.
She kind of points, and there's like 3 chairs, and there's 4 of you.
I'm
Midge,
immediately taking a chair.
earlier on, why did you make me use persuade when I have charm?
Oh, that would have worked. Because
I hate you.
not everyone has the same skills, so I only see the basic skills, and then obviously
Because
anything
I
else
would
is
have
extra.
kicked ass with charm.
There you are. You know later then to
You
charm.
can try
people.
and charm again.
Oh yeah, he will.
Oh, I will.
But yeah,
You
no,
are a
that's
member
it.
of the opposite sex, and I'm in the 1920s. And I'm by the police.
After the
so-
call, you see her
It's,
get up.
it's good to be respected as a human being.
You see her go in, and she opens the door. You hear her like. She comes back out, and she's just like informed him of the meeting. He's a bit
Check
quizzical.
to understand.
After about 5 minutes, You see one of them pull up the like blind. Yes, that's the word. And the three gentlemen there, two of them go back to their desks, and another comes to the door, opens the door, and says, "Right, come on in."
All right. Ahoy.
I'll go in behind Borgvard
Okay.
and sort of hang at the back of this strange session of,
Weirdos.
Weirdos.
I'm gonna stick with Borgvard because, like, we're here to talk about helium. I mean,
You're my hookup. You're my contact here.
There, he points to
True.
one seat in front of his desk. Sorry, we don't have many chairs. Feel free to grab one from the reception area if you want to sit down, or if you don't mind standing. What's all
I
this
will grab
about?
a chair and,
And
put it
then
in there
he-
for someone else to sit in.
Then? Okay.
Oh, I'm taking
I'm going
the
to
one
stand
chair
next to
in
the
front
door.
of I'm sitting in the chair in front of the desk.
Okay.
I'm also going to stand, just hover a little at the back of this, arms crossed.
if no one else will sit down, I'll sit next to Borgvard.
He's very confused because there's a group of people he doesn't recognise, bar Miss Sheffield. So he's kind of aiming this at you. What's all this about then?
It's like 1,000 people in this town. He doesn't recognize Artemis?
Except
No,
for
no,
Miss
you
Sheffield.
bar me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said that.
Did?
Sorry, Miss Lear. Well,
He's got his tea.
Miss- Lord. How did I address you last week? I don't remember, Borgvard.
Lord
did I
Gunderson
say-
works.
Well, he just kind of he says Lord, and you go, "Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Would you like any tea, coffee? Can I get you anything?"
I'm just going to wave him off.
Lord Gunderson here is in search of helium, and I wasn't particularly sure if or where that. But I thought perhaps if you have construction contacts, perhaps you'd maybe know more about where it could be found in the ground.
In the helium. Sorry, one moment. He gestures to one of the
Oh,
desks. Timing.
I just looked over at the other monitor and saw a shape behind me.
Call of Cthulhu.
Oh god.
He just and Pete actually comes over and he kind of like, Pete, have you do you know if we got anyone that's working in gas at the moment? Oh, gas. How much gas we talking? Oh, he's gone. Fuck.
He's fucked off for his own meeting.
I like the
Je ne
idea.
sais
The
pas.
ball card is just like. Wait, I can roll a language for him. If he succeeds, it's going to be really fucking embarrassing.
We're rolling a language to see if you know how much gas you want.
Or the question that's just been asked of you. Language. Own
Vast
language. Anything.
quantities. A balloon.
Oh nope. You did not understand. You know helium.
Like
but
gesticulating wildly with a stump and one hand. Like,
I'll kind of like interject. I believe he's trying to circumnavigate the globe in a helium balloon.
doing this.
Pete goes. He's what? And he goes. Right. So you need that. You need aeronautical helium. That kind of grade.
Yes, it floats upwards.
Well, some of the industrial strength stuff that we use and various
Stop saying things when I'm drinking.
various industrial grade stuff won't do for that. But we had a gentleman come in. We were doing the fascias on his at his property, a large property, south end of the county. He was part of the Hot Air Ballooning Society of Great Britain. I believe their headquarters is down in Chichester.
Okay. They would know.
I'd say they're the better people to talk about. But yeah, we don't stock industrial grade helium for anything, and those who do, it's not the right mix.
How the
I'll just-
fuck do you spell Chichester?
CHIS.
Give me an English language check.
Oh God, no.
Fuck it, I'm winging it. It's phonetic.
English is never phonetic.
Funny enough, Ben, I
Chichester's
think you should know
pretty-
that one. I went to uni there.
Heck, I know that one.
How long have we been friends?
All I know that you're from the Kent area because you bitched up a store when I raided the fuck out of it in CK2.
Fine. What?
There's a lot of money there.
But you
Yeah,
said
there's
there
a lot
was.
of fucking churches. It's easy.
You said there was a personal
realistic.
element to this. What's all this about?
Oh, well, these gentlemen will know more.
Yes. Mr. Lear, we met at the Chesterfield last night.
Oh, he
My
gets
apologies.
instantly more guarded.
My apologies for the unpleasantness.
Is it?
Ah!
Is it a dog? Oh!
She's sleeping
Oh!
upside, she's
It's
sleeping
not
upside
fun.
down in her crate while smiling.
Oh, she's
Nice.
so sweet. Oh, you need to post more pictures of her. on
I
Instagram.
just put that on Instagram.
Okay, well, then good because I love it every time. every time.
Right. What is it?
You mentioned last night that you suspected one Stephen Bell having something to do with the disappearances.
Right.
Right.
I'll stand by that.
I'm gonna say too loudly to Artemis while they're talking. Was this the drunk guy?
Well, yes, I think he was quite inebriated.
We went to go talk to. I just took a point to Lord Hartwell. Went to go talk to this Stephen Bell, just to see where you were coming from, and I think I understand.
What? That he's fucking backwards? Yeah. Sorry, Lord
Yes.
Artwell, but
Like I care.
it's bottom of society, if you ask me, and it's just he's off.
He's very off. In light of some, I have no real information, but could I ask a few questions?
Yeah, right. I'm a bit
Right.
sick of questioning.
I understand. It's just
No, go for it. If you think it'll help.
right. You when exactly did she go missing? Was she like out? Was she like go missing from the house? Was she just in between going to two places, or?
Or just mutter like, poor Katie.
She a farmer too?
As far as I'm aware.
No, she's this man's daughter.
Missing girl, right?
Yes, the missing girl. As
No,
far-
but just
I wasn't
face-palming
talking to you.
Okay.
Like I'm having a side conversation.
She was on her way back from her friends. They were doing homework. That's all I know. I got a call from the friend's mother to say that she was leaving, and then she never came home.
Okay.
We started looking for her right away. I went down and I got John. I got the boys together, and we started knocking on some doors, and nobody had seen her. And
Do you
then
know if she actually left the house in the first?
I was in her friend's house.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. They say they say that she left for sure, and there's all of them,
Okay.
and she was seen leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And she last anyone saw of her was the end of Church Street.
Okay. But like I've sort of flashed a light panic goes over Arthur's face, right? Yes. Have either you or knowingly any of your family had any actual interactions with Stephen Bell?
I keep my family far away from him.
Understandable.
He's around town a lot.
You guys are having this conversation like over our heads.
I sort of leaned into the table a bit at this point, like around the side.
So
of it.
you're okay.
obviously he's there at all the fates and everything. Unfortunately, he's the only man with a camera in town, and the church like to hire him for it.
Do you know exactly who in the church is hiring him? He wouldn't give me a straight answer.
For the fates and things, it's normally the deacon.
Okay. Don't suppose you know what... You tell me I could find the deacon.
Please don't say the church.
Pulls out his fog watch. It's about lunchtime. He could be anywhere between here and the church. He gets a sandwich from the supermarket. Not supermarket. Wrong town.
I was going to say, does he now?
He's headed over to the Piggly Wiggly to pick up a fried chicken sandwich.
From the grocers. Oh fuck! I need some information here.
He popped over to the Wawa.
Mrs. Gibbs hand makes sandwiches that she sells around lunchtime, and he's a bit of a partial to them.
Do you know if anyone in the church particularly likes Stephen, or if they simply hire him out of pragmatism?
They tolerate him more than most, but I think his kind shouldn't live here.
His
Right.
kind?
Was Katie friends with Charlotte?
Was he an Irishman?
You mean?
Interesting question, bombardment.
Well, as a foreigner, all I know about the British is that they hate the fucking Irish.
At this point in history, everyone hates the British and everyone hates them back.
He turns to Borvine and he said, he'd be more likeable if he was Irish.
Oh, so he's a Swede.
Sorry, I'm looking for names because I don't want to get this wrong.
Charlotte's the other one that went missing.
Yeah, I'm looking for... You mean Charlotte Franklin?
Yes.
No, I told her to keep away from the Franklins. Another pile of uselessness that should get out of town.
Okay.
Craythorne's a lovely place, and those kinds ruin it.
Artemis isn't.
Was there anything you noticed even slightly off about her in the weeks before?
Who, Katie?
Yes.
Spent more time with her friends, but it's her final year of school, so she's got a lot of projects.
Okay. I don't feel an impending distraction.
Right, anything else? I got a lot of work to do.
That was it. Thank you for your time. I'm very sorry about your current situation, Mr. Lear. I can't imagine what it must be like.
Thank you.
Hopefully it'll be resolved soon.
But, whatever you do, please don't bug my wife about this. She's taking it worse than I am. Not that it's great.
I understand.
Right. That'll be all.
Thank you. And I just head out.
I would like to hang back. I can hope you find. Oh my god, that was not a sentence that was happening. I hope she turns up soon, Mr. Lear.
So do I.
And then gonna go outside with everyone else because I don't really know why we're here.
Alright, so you exit the exit Lear Construction Limited. And oh my god, Christ, she's right in the camera, that's amazing. Dog.
Oh!
Would you go pooch? Anyway,
Yeah, she ain't going anywhere.
but I will jump back now to Willem. You've been sat around in the church. Was there anything you wanted to do particularly in that?
Well, yeah,
waiting?
I kind of want to take a better look at the stained glass, the church as a whole, and the carpet in the middle.
You don't think you'll be able to get anything out of the stained glass any more than you already know?
No,
and the church itself, not really.
Nothing specific about the altar or...
Check the confessional.
What are you looking for?
Anything that is, well, out of the ordinary, basically. So, not normal.
It's very
in-
vague.
I know it's very vague.
You're looking for
Is
weird
the-
things in a church?
Look,
From your
you said there's a font, right? There is a font. Is the font
give me a spot hidden
very...
roll. Are you going along the same lines of the stuff that I told you secretly?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Give me a spot hidden roll. Or a history, either one.
I'm going for history then. Oh god. Okay.
Not really.
That's not too bad. That's not.
It looks
no.
like Church of England sort of stonework. Some of it's very nice. Nothing really particular, but
I'll just wander around the grounds then, see if I see the deacon come back.
Okay. About 20 minutes later, you see a man in a straw hat, like almost beekeeping level straw hat, walking up the or in the church, and you see that he's also robed, but he's walking up the church path towards the parish with a little brown paper bag.
So I see him on the street still.
He's like, if you're looking at the church, he's like actually just entering like the church grounds gate at that sort of junction.
I'll walk towards him.
He's not moving fast. He's kind of taking it very leisurely. Then he finally looks
Casually
up
walking.
and sees this giant man coming towards you. Who's that? Oh, hello.
Greetings, sir. I'm assuming you're the deacon?
That will be I, yeah.
Yeah. Willem Compagnie.
Oh,
I'm... Yes, I'm not from around here. You may have found that out already. I've understood that your wife and your son will write in the parish briefs. Notes.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't formally introduce myself. My name's Dick Croden. I'm the deacon here, but I'm guessing you already know that since you're asking about my family. They write in the parish briefs. So I also do. So does the vicar.
The vicar? Who might
Yeah.
that be? Because I've not
The
picked
vicar.
up on that one.
Oh,
Yes.
it's William Snow.
William Snow.
We just call him Snow, or Snowy to his closer friends, I guess. Oh, it's, yeah,
Does he not want his normal name?
And your son? He had some strange writings in the paper about a certain person in this town who's apparently behind disappearances.
oh, well, Sai can be a little bit zealous when it comes to certain things. He's a bit hot-headed. It's the youth of today. It's just how it is.
How old is he then?
He's 17.
17. And already writing. Because
Oh.
his writing is a bit, I should say, aggressive. It's very...
Well, normally I catch it, but he handles the printing because I don't know how to work that contraption, and nor does his mother. But normally we catch the more radical pieces before he goes to print. But we were a bit rushed this week, and unfortunately that one slipped our radar. Don't worry, he's been punished for it. But I can't say I disagree.
Oh, you don't?
There's always something very off about Mr. Bell.
Off, you say?
Well, I'm not going to say any more than that. It wouldn't be very Christian of me.
That's true enough. Can I roll a psychology check, see if I can convince him to speak a bit more?
Not a psychology check. It'd have to be a persuade or a charm or something. Psychology is for like to understand someone's psychology. Like also psychoanalyze would be to get a deep understanding. psychology would be like, why is this person doing this? You know?
Mm-hmm. I'll try a persuade.
Okay.
Oof. Got one good roll today.
No, sorry, sir. I'm not saying anymore. Not saying anymore.
Very well.
What brings you to our fair little patch of England?
Well, I was originally here on holiday, but...
Oh, very nice, very nice. Glad you're staying with us.
Well, yeah, so what I think, but then all of a sudden a hubbub erupted outside the pub last night, and that caught my interest.
Oh, that would be Mr. Lear, I'm guessing.
That is the name I picked up, yes.
Word travels fast in a small town, you can't keep anything past us. Yes, no,
No,
it's...
but I can understand that whatever your son wrote might have induced this. Might have pushed Mr. Lear over the edge.
Oh, Mr. Lear wouldn't have read that yet. That only came out this morning.
This morning?
Yeah,
I thought it was from last week.
it's this week's.
Oh, and it came out on Monday.
Yeah.
Scrap that then. But I'm assuming the whole town feels like this then.
Between you and me, the whole town has felt that for a little bit of a while. This is just... The awful situation is just putting everything on tension, you know?
Yes, but what specifically him then?
Again, sorry, sir. Not gonna get too into that.
It's an awfully lovely
Do you
church.
mind if we walk and talk? I've got to head back up to the church.
Yes. I had some questions about the church as well.
Oh, by all means. Yeah, I'll happily dispart my knowledge of the beautiful parish that it is.
It is indeed beautiful. A lot of influences there.
Oh yes, we had a lot of benefactors from all over the globe. In fact, some of them spanning from quite a ways away, if we do say so. And some of the old carvings come from parts of other churches that have been donated or brought to us. It's quite the amalgamation of work, and we're very proud of it.
I should say so, yes. So, this St. Craythorne, I noted there was only 8 windows inside. Usually there's 12.
Well, yes, because our St. Craythorne is not canonical, we thought that just so that the powers that be within the secular parts of the United Kingdom, we had 12, but they got a bit annoyed, shall we say, and so we limited it because he's not canonized. They didn't allow us to have...
Is that a term that would have been used?
Canonized?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Where's
theological
that
term.
from?
It's being made a saint is what canonized means.
Okay, someone explain that to me.
If you're an official saint, you would be like canonized. If
Yeah, it's
not, you're just
canonical.
someone...
So the
yeah.
canonical,
You're beautified.
the term canonical means...
It's just saying you've officially been
No, but I mean, like,
recognized as the
why
church.
canon?
Because they take the saints and they fire them out of a
Yeah, holy artillery.
because
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, it's where the holy hand grenade comes from as well.
Some Latin bullshit, probably. I don't know.
yeah, it comes from the term of if something's canonical, as in it's
official.
It's official. It's the canon, like in
No, I know
if-
that, but like I've only
like in
I've never
literature
heard
or
about
Star
them,
Wars,
yeah.
like all the games for Star Wars are now non-canon because
Jesus or Luke Skywalker.
because like all the Star Wars games are now non-canon because Disney said so.
everything's non-canon. All of the books,
Exactly.
everything is
So,
non-canon.
someone who's canonized is someone who's seen by the church to be the true thing.
I literally mean like the etymology, but like I'll Google that, don't worry.
yeah, Google that. I'm not a dictionary. I could barely speak the English language at certain years.
Let alone explain it.
Now, in fact, I can't even speak the English language now to a great extent. if anyone's seen any of my videos ever.
Flanders is in America.
Yeah, Flanders in America. Yeah.
Flanders.
But yeah, no. Did you have any more questions, Willem?
Yeah, so I'm assuming the man with the halo is in.
That will be.
And according to.
Oh no, continue.
Yes, according to where's his name again? Go. Okay, help me out here. The guy I just spoke to inside the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper.
Cook.
Cook, yeah.
Barrett Cook.
Barrett, yeah. According to Barrett,
Oh yes, Mr. Cook. Yeah.
you could explain more about the different miracles he performed.
Oh, they're depicted by each of the stained glass. Although, as I said, there are some that are missing. But as far as I'm aware of it, in about the turn of the 1500s, St. Craythorne visited this town, which used to be called Forehampton. It was just a bit bigger than a couple of hamlets then, but he came to the land, and there was just a pile of nothing. There was a small lumbering trade here, but not much. And around that time, the people of the area were they were suffering under Cromwell and unable to buy a lot of their food. So he blessed the land and made loads of the bogs fertile. And that's where you can see, or so they say, the farms today in the area. That's why we have such a varied set of ecosystems surrounding the town. And yes, he was a local folk hero. He provided food and fertility to the land and the town.
And you said there were 4 glasses not used.
Yeah, this is a bit before my time. I actually don't know what happened to the other 4. But yes, I'm guessing they were just more fluff to the story, shall we say.
So you don't know what was on them?
No, I don't think I do.
That's a damn shame. Would have been interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, we tried to try and find them, but we didn't actually see any of the record of that.
There was one grave outside that I missed, and I'm sorry that I have to come back to it, but I saw that his mother is buried here.
Oh,
Mr.
you mean
Bell's mother.
Lovely woman
But there
she
was no Mr. Bell.
The Bells moved here when the Bells moved here when Mrs. Bell was or Miss Bell was pregnant, and there was never a Mr. in the picture as far as I'm aware. He as far as I'm aware, he had his way with her, and the child is the result.
Midichlorians.
Please, no.
Look, we've already said that Star Wars
Which
is
are
basically
canon.
the church.
Is there anything else, Mr. Companion? Is that how you say
Cognac.
Cognac. I've
Mr.
been
Companion?
named many things, but not that.
it, Mr.
Nothing
Companion?
for now. I'll just wander around a bit. I'm maybe also we'll be seeing each other again.
No worries, I'll be inside eat my sandwich.
Enjoy.
Toodaloo! And he pops off and tips his little straw hat, and you also notice that he had glasses on, by the way.
Oh fuck. Don't worry about it. I'm figuring something out. Don't worry about it.
All right. Yes. So I'll go back to the other group. What are they doing?
We're just standing outside layer construction now, aren't we? Right.
You're in Priory Square.
Right.
Bit of an awkward configuration of people. I'll kind of like. I mean, I don't know, Bulkvoid. You never said if you left the building.
I just assumed I would have meandered with the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't assume anything with you, but that's fine. I'll kind of
Bulkvoid,
like.
you have been given a lead onto where to get some helium, or who might know
Yeah.
about some helium.
Off to Chichester.
Would I know about? Like, would there be a bus that went there from here
You could get there by
on
train.
the train, maybe?
Yeah, for sure you could get on the train. A couple of changes, but you could get there.
Okay, I guess I'll kind of like turn to Bulkvoid and be like, you could get a train to well, you could use the trains to get to Chichester. If you
I'm
so-
sure I could find a driver.
Oh yes, you could have someone drive you.
Arthur, Hartwell, what are we doing?
I'm just sort of looking around the square a bit. Do you think the Chesterfield would be a good, decent place for a more private conversation?
Yes, a public space is a great place for a private conversation.
But they had private spaces.
Which all of you
What do
have
they
been
call
in.
them here? Public houses?
And so I saw you were talking to a Mr. Compagnier earlier.
Who?
Do you know where he is?
Oh,
6-foot giant.
Oh, it's the giant man!
he went looking for the deacon. I assume he would be going to church.
Oh, good. You can't see the back of this book. Good.
I'd quite like to talk to him about and include him on this. Shall we say, inform him of what we've found, of what we saw. Stephen's house.
A foreign reporter?
Exactly what I'm looking for right now, shall we say?
I'm trying not to show what's the front cover of this book.
That's the opposite of what I do with the Monster Manual.
Yeah, he keeps waving it around his chest.
Well, just so everyone knows I'm looking at it. Yes.
Foreign? I'm just like giving him a look like, excuse me, sir, excuse me.
Damn foreigner.
What am I to you? What do I mean to you?
But yes.
I'm just not sure that a reporter is really going to have the best interests of the townspeople at heart.
Maybe not, but I don't think it'd quite have even the more selfish reporter would have their interests so malign as to a shall we say misusing the kind of information I'm giving out.
I would argue that reporters often sensationalize the events of small towns.
Yeah, I know that well enough. Anyway, I mean, if you don't particularly trust him, then
I don't know them. I mean, to be frank, I don't really know any of you.
that's fair.
Artemis said something really like strong, and she's like shaking. Probably think I'm shivering again. She's gone red again.
I like start to grab my jacket again.
So cold.
Well then, straight to the Chesterfield.
Okay. You cross the square and enter the Chesterfield.
I
Same.
know we don't
was
all
asked-
do that
I was
because,
asked-
like,
I said you. I didn't
Everyone-
never say. I didn't say all.
Well, I was, well, and I know, but I was saying to the group, not, you know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me that we're going. Okay.
Hop over to the Winchester for a pipe. Wait for everything to blow over.
yeah, no. Yeah, I'm like,
Are
No,
PTA drinking now?
Well,
I'm not sure.
I mean, are you interested in how this and these appearances and how it's turning out, or just the town at large?
That's such a pointed question. Oh, this
Indeed.
stranger's just come here and is telling me that I don't care about my own town.
I'm not saying.
What
you
is
don't,
this? What is this? What is this? I was just
That's
like,
a good question.
well, of course I do.
Oh,
I,
then you might find interest in what I'm about to say.
she's like, what do you
Anyway.
know?
Well, we'll be in the Chesterfield if you want to know. And I just start going off towards there.
Ah. Is
Well, I'm
everyone else walking?
What's everybody else doing? Arthur is headed to the Chesterfield.
Well, I'm feeling a bit peckish, so I'm heading down to the Chesterfield just to get some food.
Okay. Hartwell?
I'm sort of waiting to see what Hartwell and Borgvard do.
Yeah, because she hates Hartwell.
I don't know you. I just think you're a bit forward.
Well, that's where my room is, so I guess I'd be heading out there too because I have a lead, but that's it. So probably head back to my towards my room.
Turret.
Yeah, okay. No one else is
Also, for the sake of getting the party
going
together.
as well.
I will head towards the Chesterfield because Borgvard is, and then when I see him like heading off to the wrong door, I'll just kind of like, well, I've made an embarrassment of myself, so I guess I'll just go in anyway now.
Okay. So, Arthur, are you going to the private area?
I am, yeah. I assume I can go in without being challenged if they still recognise.
Yeah.
Sit down in
Borgvard's
the
gone
blue-
back
in
to
the
his
blue
room,
cloak.
correct?
How many people are in there? The little side room that we're going to.
None. But it's only a
Right,
curtain
who's
dividing
going in
it.
there? Who's going into there? Right,
I'm
okay,
a bit
Borgvard.
behind. I'm still having.
I figured out
downhill,
that if I
Phil.
raise my hand above the frame, it works out perfectly.
It does. It really does.
Oh my
I'm wondering how many people are going in there so I know how many drinks to buy.
Oh, I mean, I will. Also,
I think everyone's.
I'm not
going in
happy
there,
about it, but I'm
one of them
going.
is-
In which case, as people are filtering that way, I ask what they want to drink.
Whiskey.
One whiskey.
Borgvard?
Oh, I don't drink alcohol in the daytime like you British people.
Water.
Oh, I don't either.
2 waters.
Yes, I suppose.
No one else? Okay, fair enough. 1 beer. Awesome. I go to my friendly barmaid for the person and
Philip's
give her a
not
flash of a
quite
smile
there
and
yet.
place the drinks.
Okay. She makes you pay this time, but it's
Of course.
it's
of course,
menial
of course.
to you. It's it's about 10 bob.
Amount. It's an amount.
It's about 10 bob
It's
for what
some,
it is.
it's some money.
Fair enough.
But
I'll make a show of paying for everything.
Why? I'm buying them.
both of you just
I'm
put down
making
the
it-
money and look at each other like,
I put down more money.
Oh God.
Fine. You want to pay more money for the same thing? Up to you, buddy. I'm okay with this. Fair enough.
the barmaid is like, and kind of just
Generous
grabs
tip.
the money,
It's a
like,
Just
generous
take his
tip.
money. Take the money off him. Go on. If he wants to do that,
oh,
then
I am,
fine.
I am.
Away he goes.
And she takes the money, and you have your drinks. Willem, about 10 minutes later, you also, you get to the,
I'll just approach the bar and ask for some lunch.
okay,
And some coffee, please. I
I'm
need
gonna
some.
Mansa Musa this town is what I'm gonna do.
One coffee and
Make it a large one.
she hands you a menu of lunch items. Would you like to see the menu of lunch items?
I'll have some bread, please.
Just some bread.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Toasted?
Yes, please.
Okay, some toast and a coffee. All right. And she points like a seat out to you if you want to sit down. And she gives you a coffee and says, I'll bring some out in a moment then.
Much obliged.
Right, so we're in the cordoned off area, then.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Willem is in the main bar.
Can I just have a quick, glance around the room just to make sure, I don't know, nothing looks obviously out of place, you know? Like a cautious, look about, you know?
Okay, as in this private room?
Yes. It's like looking out all the windows and, you know...
There aren't any windows.
Oh, okay.
It's a snug.
But give me a spot hidden.
Glances around like a...
Just
very
him
cool-
or everybody?
Anyone that wants to.
Oh, not me.
Oh, he's got a hard.
Phrasing.
Nice. Well done, buddy.
Anyone else doing one?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Sure.
I don't know what this information is.
Do I see anything in the meantime?
Oh,
I'm
and I
just sit-
failed massively.
Yeah, oof, that's a...
What's
you just go
that?
blind.
I went blind.
You got an eyelash, is what it is. You just
They're doing one of these.
Yeah. Byron, you don't notice anything.
Okay.
I'm looking for
Wasted my
extreme if
heart.
you were to notice
Yeah.
anything, but
Oh, there goes my heart. Yes.
waste of a hard.
I know, right? God. I just sit down at the table
Mhm.
and just look through all the group and say, right. Me and Hartswell and Bobby, who's now gone elsewhere, went to go visit Stephen Bell this morning.
Willem, give me a spot hidden. Not spot hidden. Listen. You hear the voice of Arthur from behind the curtain. You know
Do I
that
hear him say that name?
You heard Bell.
Okay, I get up and I get up
Could
and
have been
I
talking
just...
about the damn church.
Yep.
Yeah, but I hear a familiar voice, and I'm like, I need to talk to this man. So I get up and I just so like a wooden pillar where I can knock on, where the curtains are.
The wall.
Well, the wall. Yeah, I'll
it's
just.
a bracket like above. That's attached to two walls.
Oh, I can easily knock the bracket then.
I mean,
And
yes,
then-
actually, you're 6'6". You can reach up and
Exactly.
hit the bracket.
Okay, I'll just knock on the bracket and immediately just open the curtain.
Okay, you go
Arthur
in.
just fucking snaps to you. Says Stephen Bell, and suddenly there's someone walking in.
Yeah.
Willem, sorry about my reaction. It's been a very trying morning.
It's been an interesting one. I can say that much.
Yes, we were just talking about things we've learned.
Is the
recently
curtain still
about-
open?
It is, but I will step in and close it behind me.
Okay.
You leave your lunch out there? Or
Yes, I
you
got
didn't
it.
arrive yet?
No.
I haven't got my lunch yet. I only have my coffee, and I have that in my.
Yeah.
Yes. We're just talking about interesting things we've learned. I'm assuming you heard what I said about Stephen Bell.
How are we
Well, I
sitting?
heard.
Oh, that diagram.
How would you like to sing?
Currently,
there's
I'm still
four-
standing with my coffee in my hands.
As we all have discovered last time, the time before that, there's 4 booths in the room, 2 on each side with a small, not 1 foot, 1 meter by 1 meter stage area in the center of the room, and there's a large portrait at one end that no one took a look at, and yeah, that's the room with a big.
I'll
curtain
take a
on
look
it.
at the portrait.
Okay.
Do you want me to look at it, or you want me to look at it?
No, you can.
I was going
Which
to
do
offer
you
to
want?
spot hidden in it.
Go for it if you want to
Wait,
specifically.
what
spot
did
him.
my heart do then?
Nothing.
Ah.
Okay, everybody
No.
take off your headphones.
Shit.
Wait, I didn't roll to look at the.
Okay,
can
okay, roll.
You have to get an extreme. Bye.
Okay, so Hartwell, what you see is a large portrait of a gentleman you know by the name of John Bull, as in the British advertisement thing that's the symbol of Britain, and it's in a Great War piece of cartoon and caricature. But on very, very close inspection, you notice that the eyes of the portrait are set further in than the actual level of the painting. Almost as though they're on a separate surface.
Like hidden eye slots that can be seen through.
That's all you can see.
Right.
Did you have a fun time?
I did.
I did. That was some excellent dancing, Para. I am very impressed.
But
That's
yeah,
at least an 8 out of 10.
I
the
was
info
nothing
for
on
everyone
board.
else is that is a large painting of, or a painting / depiction of the cartoon character John Bull, the one that depicts Britain that's used in a lot of magazine articles. It kind of looks like a custom painting. And this is depicting like a scene of the Great War, and John Bull is like standing over the not the corpse, but he's standing like over 3 like Germans with their pickelhaubers, all of them kind of knocked out or in with silly faces, and he's like standing strong above them.
So it's a propaganda poster, but
Essentially,
painted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I go have a look at a closer look, get up and actually move over to the picture?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Is the picture itself like attached to the wall sort of thing? Can it be
looks to be.
shifted, moved, anything?
Are you gonna grab
Like
it?
it's actually, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Grab it. Give me a
Is there like a
strength roll.
barmaid nearby?
Not at the
We're in the
moment.
private area,
Just
boys.
us.
We're in the private area. Give me a strength roll.
Ah. Oh fuck!
Rips
we
them
all-
all off.
We all see this, right?
I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
you guys are
So-
having a conversation, like, oh, what's going on? And we were just like, where are you going?
You
And
see
he just
Hartwell
wandered
get
off.
up. Get up from the table. Oh. Grabs the side of the painting, gives it a bit of a wiggle, and then goes whomp, and then the whole painting sort of shifts and snaps off of the wall. And then you guys all see this metal panel with just the eyes of the previous painting left on the wall. And in that area, like, and there is like a metal panel that looks like it can be shifted to the side.
I'm not paying for
No.
that damage.
Now that is interesting.
What the hell?
Oh my goodness.
That would be a place where someone, obviously on the other side of this metal panel, there's an empty space that people can slide so they can look into this private area.
I didn't know this was this kind of establishment.
It seems we're gonna need to find a new.
With the
somewhere
noise
else.
from ripping the painting off the wall, and the fact that she was bringing some toast, enters one of the barmaid that was on, and she's like,
Whoops!
"What the fuck is going on in here?"
I think we could ask the same thing.
Why haven't you've ripped the fucking painting off?
Someone else say something about the fact that there's a spy hole, okay?
Yeah, well,
I've reached the peak of my strength.
I didn't rip anything off, but it's very weird to see a couple metal eyes there.
I
Guys
can't
aren't
imagine
metal. The
every
eyes are
plot-
paint of the painting, basically.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes,
Whatever.
I
That.
can't
I
imagine
mean, my
plot-
English isn't that good, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hmm.
I'm
I'd
just
also
gonna
like
say,
Hammer
"Shek
Cloud.
snakker ikke engelsk," which is I don't speak English in Norwegian.
Okay, cool.
I would also like to
Thanks, Google Translate. That's probably not right.
Also like to,
She
Also
puts
like to
down
inquire
the
about-
toast on the table and says, "I am gonna go have to get the landlady, but you guys stay right here."
Oh, please do
Will
get the
be
landlady.
here.
We want to see the landlady. Bring the landlady. I want to see the landlady right now.
Shut up, Forrest.
Okay.
Shut up, you.
I just heard the word land a lot, and I think they're talking about farming again.
Yep. So she leaves. there's a commotion, and then you hear some swearing from the kitchen. It's very loud swearing, and then it's about 10 minutes or so. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about in that time?
Not with like fucking the equivalent of a spy cam just sitting there.
I mean, is then like it's somewhere for someone to sit, right?
Can you bust through it?
I was
Is-
yeah. Like,
is
can
the
we
room-
check if there's someone like stuck
Shoulder
behind
check?
there, like saying, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit."
This is at the in the end of at the back of the room.
Yes, so it's the opposite end to the curtain.
Can I try to rip the panel off?
You don't need to try. You touch it, and you can slide it to the side.
As someone who lives in this town, would I know like this room, this private area where there is private, is what is it like for? Who is
VIPs,
here?
residents of the hotel, the Bexleys use it a lot. They entertain in here. It's just a quieter area for more established guests.
I mean, I'm here for the first time, so
Exactly, most of you are.
Haven't we all been back here before, except for?
not me.
Flashheart and Willem.
Yeah, I mean the rest of us were.
One time.
Well, one time, yeah.
And not with the person that originally brought
So
you
is
here.
there like a passage behind that?
So you open it, and you see...
I'm
Does
gonna-
it open up into another
I'm
room,
gonna
or
go,
is it like a
like,
is it
Open
you
it
know,
up,
like a,
try and have a look inside.
Okay, it's dark,
I'm gonna
but
stand
from what
by
you
him.
can make out is... at first, it seems like a cupboard. And then it goes back, and there's another room.
Arthur,
Mm-hmm.
let's go take a look, old chap.
I am very interested as well.
Oh, she was just like, what the fuck?
Okay, you go and take a look.
I don't like being watched.
Are you
I-
going as well,
Right.
Borgvard?
No.
Yeah, Webley.
Okay.
I
He's drawn a
if
gun.
I'm not gonna be the only one left in this bloody room with it when they come and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" For goodness sake, I guess I'm going to.
So we're all gonna piss off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Into that little room.
Into
I'm
the
gonna
secret room.
break out my 45 automatic.
Okay.
I mean, I see the rest grabbing their
I'm
weapons.
just gonna
I
make
will-
sure. Also make sure my Webley's cocked. And just put it back in my coat.
I feel like this is just like one of the. It's like a scene
Oh
from
my
a
God.
comedy where the camera's shooting back and forth. It's like Derringer, revolver, automatic, rifle,
Can I
shotgun,
just
someone with
point
a-
out what the people in the bar must be hearing? They just hear crash, and then what the fuck you doing? They're like just rushing out, really panicked, and then a load of
like guns cocking.
guns click.
Would they recognize the sound? Well,
3 of you have.
We're only
guns.
5,
Oh
6 years
my
since the
God.
Great War. I think a few of them will recognize a gun click.
May I suggest we be a bit more
With
subtle
Ben
about
doing
it?
that all that different gun thing, all I've got in my head is the bit out of Naked Gun where you got O.J. Simpson kind of putting on all the bits added
Yep,
to his
yep,
gun
yep,
by
yep,
the end
yep.
of it. He's got
Oh.
this massive anti-aircraft gun.
May I suggest we be a little more subtle than, well, walking with half an armory?
No.
Well, have them
I mean, if
nearby.
you'd
don't-
like, I could go back to my
One of
room
them
and catch
monsters
my right.
backing around it.
whoa, what?
Look, we found a room. There might be problems, but maybe we shouldn't have guns out initially, but have them nearby.
I will definitely feel where it is.
Okay, what are we doing, gentlemen? and
Arthur,
lady?
you're being a real dampener on my spirit here. I mean, going to enjoy
But I'm
this
going.
action.
Okay, Borgvard goes in.
I go in with him.
Yeah,
I'm already
same.
in there.
Am I in the back? I
Yeah,
guess it's probably a good thing.
I think I'm third or fourth in line. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so we've found
it's
another room.
it's a slightly small doorway. William definitely has to duck because it's raised slightly, obviously. So it's kind of you have to kind of duck and step through it into the room. And what you find is what looks to be a storeroom. There's various boxes. There's a some what looks like disused furniture. There's a door to what Borgvard would recognize as the courtyard of the building. to the left-hand side as you enter, and yeah, it seems like a storeroom.
I want to look inside of something. The closest thing to me.
Okay, just
was gonna
just
say,
opening
check
one
the
of the crate.
Yeah.
You can't open the crate yourself, but along the side it says Tate and Lyle.
Just gonna have a cursory look around the room just to make sure there's like nothing. There's not like someone hiding behind a box or something.
Okay, give me a spot hidden.
What does it say on the side?
Tate and Lyle.
The room seems to be completely clear.
Is there any other doors?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
just
one to the
I
courtyard.
guess.
Okay. So it just.
I'm just walking to that door and seeing if it's actually locked or not.
The door is locked.
The door is locked.
Looks
Okay.
like it's locked on the other side, like by a chain. It's not a It's not like a proper like house door. It's more like almost like a gate door, and it's chained together with padlock on the other side.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the outside of the door had one of those tiny little like hotel chains on it.
No. No. It's this is almost like a stone bricked shed almost, rather than a full storage. It's like it's been built under an overhang, sort of. Like there's a gap under the door. It's flawed, but it's not amazing floor. It's
So, I just realised I can zoom in so I don't have such a white sharp on it. I zoomed in too far.
Yeah.
super zoomy
should go
face.
Which is gonna have to feel. I don't like the look of this. We're gonna need
Is there
someone
just crates?
Crates, some
Is there anything I can
disused
open?
furniture. I mean, you can give it a go. Do you have anything you can open it with?
I mean, I do.
You've got something on you,
Um.
or is it on your
Oh
bike?
wait, I don't have my crowbar on me.
Nope.
That's a shame.
I
Pen?
probably have like a pen. I think.
Oh
You're
wait, no,
sorry.
I am actually carrying my crowbar.
In what is it just in a bag?
I don't know,
Oh.
but no.
You've just been holding a crowbar.
Hey, if you just
It's a
been
small one.
7-foot-tall man meandering through the town, accosting people verbally while wielding a crowbar,
I mean, it's
Oh fucking hell.
Heckity. Do you have a bag?
I mean, I always carry a bag because I have my notes as well,
Okay. you
Okay.
and it's a small crowbar.
Okay, you can try and crowbar something open. Give me a strength roll.
Something I'm actually not completely bad
I
at.
want to check the furniture, up above, underneath. All
You
that kind
open
of
one of the crates, and it seems to be the one that you opened seems to be canned food. You want to check the furniture?
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Like the
kind of.
table and all.
are there
Oh,
any
the actual
crates in here
table?
that would be large enough to
Yeah.
fit a human inside of it?
Oh, easily then.
Let's start kicking them.
Okay, you want to look at the table.
A table. Yeah.
So the table has an oil lamp on it, but it's not lit. It's got a chair, and it does look like it's been sat in relatively recently. And there is a. Oh, no! Give me a spot hidden because there's no investigation. Really. Oh yeah, you easily noticed this.
What are your rolls
Yeah,
today, man? Fucking hell.
Yeah, there is a dust mark, like outline, where something new has been put on a very dusty old table, but it's not there.
Just checking.
So there's dust mark on the table.
Yeah.
So something's like a.
Someone
what
has
kind of
used
shape
this
is it?
table. Square.
Square. Can I turn the lamp on, please?
Do you have something to light it with?
I mean, I'm a smoker. I have always something on
Yeah.
me.
But But has Hartwell said that he's
Nope.
no?
Anyone have anything to light this lamp with?
Yeah, sure. I'll hand him my lighter.
Thank you, old man.
Willem, you light the lamp? It lights up.
Yeah. Notice how there's something been on this table. Looks like someone had something that maybe reading or writing. Maybe keeping notes of
Like a ledger?
like a ledger or just a notebook or something.
Well, this looks to be a sort of storage room. In fact, I'd imagine it's probably a normal storage room. It just so happens.
All right, come on out. You hear a voice.
Are you okay?
Yeah. You
Where's
hear
that coming from?
that's coming back from the hole in the wall. That you can. It is like a metallic sound as someone is hitting something against the wall.
I'll just go back up.
Yeah, I'm going out as well, like, at speed.
I'm gonna
Maybe
hide behind
decock
as
the-
many of these people as I can.
Decock the pistol.
No.
Slide it back into a pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, bag in pockets, lads. Let's-
Probably
sure.
like hide behind Willem. He's the biggest target to be hit behind.
And
He's the
so
biggest human.
you all go back through,
I duck.
and
Again.
You are greeted by a man that only Paro recognizes, as well as the landlady that you have all seen.
Okay.
As
who
well
is
as
he? Tell
about
me.
3 bobbies. The man that is stood there in front is
Robert and Robert.
Bobby means cop, police, things like that.
is
For God's sake, don't use peeler.
Bernard
Completely
Miller.
confused.
3 men with the tag Bobby. Just ominously.
This was
Oh,
Bobby.
Bobby.
I'm Bobby,
Oh,
and well, he's Bobby.
That's Rob. I'm Robert.
Fucking, I'm using that at one point. That's gonna be great.
Oh,
We're
my-
all called Arthur.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
okay,
God.
it's the
Ed
land.
and Eddie.
Sorry.
So yes,
who is it? There's
Bernard
3 cops.
Miller. So you see the 3 cops. You don't recognize any
Okay.
of the 3 cops. Well, those guys don't. You do. I'll get to that. But the predominant man, the man that's called everyone out, he's suited. He's got a large overcoat. He looks really bedraggled, but you know this man to be Bernard Milo, and he is the local inspector in charge of the police force in the area.
Milo.
Milo, Milow.
Okay, he's the inspector.
Yes.
And the landlady.
Yes, and the landlady.
Do I recognize any of the bobbies?
Yes, actually.
Is one George?
Yeah, one is George.
Okay, good.
Is another one Fred?
No, Fred is not there.
Ooh. 2 new characters. Who are they?
You've got PC Tyler
Robert and Bob.
and PC Wind.
Wind.
Yeah,
WIND?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
George was also a PC, right?
Yes.
What's his surname?
Oh God.
Huh?
George. What's his surname?
Nobody's come across that yet.
Right.
But
I
Power would know. It's Franklin,
Oh,
I believe. Or is that someone else's name? Hold on.
that's
I've got-
Charlotte.
that would be-
Franklin.
Oh, so no, it's not
Yeah,
Franklin.
that's the name of the
Not
twat who
Franklin.
disappeared.
There's another F name here. Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Sorry.
Okay, what's
I've
Fred's
got-
second name?
Is
Is that one you're gonna have to make up?
I'm gonna have to make that one up. I didn't have Fred. I've just got Fred, police officer.
All right, I'll leave Fred. You can get away with that one.
Yeah, I was just like. Sorry, I've got 2 F last name people because I've got the minute last name order. I wasn't looking at it, so it was just like.
Okay. Anyway, so these people are here. I'm hiding behind Willem. Continue.
Suppose you want to tell me what you guys are doing back there?
I could ask a question. What the fuck is that thing doing there? And there's supposed to be a private booth.
I'm gonna start yelling in broken Norwegian in English. Just kind of like, outraged, like, "Dude, do you know who I am?" And it just broken Norwegian.
Right,
"Dude,
he
you're shit," blah,
he
blah,
puts
blah,
his
blah,
truncheon
blah,
to your
blah, blah,
neck.
like, "Gendarmes!"
He puts his truncheon to your neck and he goes, "You better calm down, son. Right. Now, you want to tell me what you were doing in there first? We've got you on charges of destruction of property right now, so you better get talking."
Oh, you're gonna bring
Usually,
us up on
I mean,
charges,
I am a
are you?
reporter, but usually I tell up front that I'm reporting something. I do not like to be spied on. And this is clearly a way to spy on people. Even though I've never been here before, it made me feel awkward. So I was going to see what was down there.
Call it a instinctual reaction if we had a very private conversation. Midway through, realised that there was something inbuilt to watch us and listen in on that. Now I know very
Hold
expert
on.
on the law, but I can't imagine that's particularly honest, is it?
I'm
Give-
not so sure
give
these
me-
bobbies are.
Give me
Experts
a
on the law either.
persuasion, and this is gonna need to be a persuasion, because you are trying to finagle the chief of police here. Essentially chief of police here.
Oh, hey.
I think...
Oh, nicely done there.
Muzz wasn't talking, it's Kazoo.
Excuse me. I was
He
also
was
talking.
Not he,
I was
he-
also talking.
I was directing that at Kazoo for his line of spiel.
And I'm gonna put eight luck points in to make that hard.
Okay, yeah, sure. Spend your 8 luck, get that to a hard.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. So my persuasion roll is actually not worth it. Fuck all.
I'm just
Oh, no.
I'm checking the name. Sorry, Margaret. Do you want to explain this fucking thing?
She's called Margaret too.
Exactly how many people
Yes.
have access to the
This
gate
is-
on the other side?
About most of the staff. This used to be a doorway.
So
we
we've
covered
narrowed it
up.
down from 1,000 to 8 already.
You better watch your fucking tone with me. Right, okay, just calm down, right? I'm sure there's a plenty reasonable explanation.
When we're waiting for it.
Yes, we're waiting for it.
Quite.
That used to be a doorway. We closed it off for the guests. We didn't want people wandering into our
You
our
closed it off at
storeroom.
the exact shape to have eyes cut into it to see through a picture you put over it.
I don't know. My husband
Mighty
dealt with it.
coincidence.
I don't know anything about the like. You are free
So
to
your
do a
husband's a
psychology check
pervert?
if you wanted to.
I'm doing it. Oh, you're damn fucking right. I am.
Or anything of the sort. Just trying to analyze her.
What's her
Yeah,
social security number?
she is fucking lying.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm just giving her like very narrowed eyes. The landlady doesn't know about hidden doors in her own pub. Interesting. Very interesting.
It's at this point the landlady lunges for you, but the inspector grabs her and goes.
Holy shit!
The inspector grabs her, throws her back at the bobbies, and just says, "Right, get her out of here." And one of the bobbies stays with him, and he is just there tapping his baton. Right. Clearly, there has been something going on here.
Perfidy.
But nonetheless, property damage is property damage, so I say it's even Stevens. I'd say you finish your drinks and get the hell out.
Excuse me.
That
This
would
is my
be my-
hotel.
Oof, you might want to change your lodgings.
Is there another place I can stay then?
I have a friend nearby. I'm sure we could put you up for a few days.
Yeah, Maddie, I'll let you stay, I'm sure.
Especially if news on interesting things happening in town.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got 2 missing girls to try and find. I'd rather not have to
Understood.
deal with this. And he puts his baton back on his side. He brushes his coat. You notice that he also has a revolver. And he nods to the other Bobby and they leave.
I just walk out.
The other Bobby is kind of waiting behind to wait for you guys to kind of clear out the thing, because obviously...
I better get my stuff then if I'm not welcome here anymore. That's great.
Is oh god, what's his name? What's this kid's name? Is Jimmy?
Jimmy.
around?
Jimmy has run in to see what the commotion was about. Yeah.
I'd seen his
Okay,
mother.
I'm
take
gonna
him.
walk up to Jimmy and just do that thing where you put your arm around a person and start, shoving them in a direction so they're
Yep,
walking
yep.
with you. And he goes, "So Jimmy, I'm going to need some information from you."
Oh, I posted those letters like you asked, sir.
Oh, that's fine and dandy. I think that's how you.
Do you know what was happening about my mum?
Yes, there was some. There was an issue with the peeping.
The peeping? I don't rightly understand, sir.
Can we still hear?
Yeah, this is in the main bar. So you guys are...
I've stormed out. I've
Okay.
stormed out at this point.
My English is not so good. Your mother was watching people inappropriately.
He just starts bawling in tears.
I'm gonna go.
Something about
see if I can
that his
find where
mum's
that
going to
door is.
jail and like...
I'm
So
gonna like try and come over and maybe like try and comfort him.
He sees the subtle affection there and just kind of latch cuddles and like is like crying into you. You're like,
And I'm just like, what the fuck? What
Okay,
the
Jimmy, you are a man now. None of that. I'm going to pull out another shilling
fuck? We've adopted an
while
NPC.
he's weeping. And just gonna, like,
We're searching for
shove it.
helium.
Well,
We've
like,
adopted an
He's
NPC.
like, I see him like this, and Artemis kind of like, so I'm gonna like take the shilling and like shove it between his fingers.
you see that he's still crying, but he feels the money and just turns the hand. You have to.
Like, I was like, okay, Jimmy, I'm going to need a. If you could find this for me, everybody, a list of the names, people who have access to the gate from the courtyard. And if you could do that immediately, I would appreciate it greatly. So, and I'm gonna
Just still just
pull
sort
him
of like
away.
awkwardly patting. Just like
no, pull
just
him away.
pushing while you're
Pull him away.
And then he just runs. He runs. He just goes. Oh, fucking traumatizing children, great.
He's not a child. He's an adult.
Oh, I could throw up.
Well, that's not very nice, Para.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
me.
yeah,
That's
he
not how
He
I.
is an adult. He should be able to handle this kind of thing by now.
He should be able to handle the
We don't know. He could
Yes.
have been the one behind the goddamn portrait.
That was a pretty convincing display of traumatization.
Oh, I agree, but I'm just saying that he probably is on the list of people with a key.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. To be fair, we don't even know if it's a key or just a chain.
And then I'm gonna notice like everybody in the bar just kind of like awkwardly watching this.
Yeah, there's
this
a lot of
display.
locals that are just
Just
staring.
gonna just like straighten my waistcoat a little, be like, "Have a good day."
I'm just gonna head to my room and start packing up again.
Yep, fair
I have a
enough.
question. You said at
Yes.
the beginning of the day I got a lift into town. I wasn't expecting that. How would I know how to? When I want to get home?
You telephone the house.
How is? That's okay. That's smart. I didn't think this was fine. But it's like you probably want to call Bexley Hall, and I don't know. Arthur's gone, but maybe
He's just standing outside fuming.
maybe Forrest wants to call Bexley Hall and ask for the cars to come and pick up some luggage of some people who will be staying.
I'll get them to bring my car.
Is that big enough for all of
Bring mine
Wolfhard's
too.
luggage?
I have a question.
Yes.
Were there any
It's,
like
Rolls,
life-sized portraits
so,
on the
yes.
walls in my room?
From your memory,
mean-
yes.
Can I really quickly go back to my room and inspect them?
Well, you've
I
probably
probably
got
in my
to
room.
get your bag, so yes.
Yeah,
You've got a pack.
I should probably be doing the same.
Everyone's just. Sort of
Am I getting
wandering
kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting booted forcibly. Oh, I see how it is.
So am I. So,
You both are.
This is fine.
So you've got a car, haven't you, Bogvard?
I have a driver.
No,
I've got a
You
car.
had a
You
driver.
had a driver. You don't.
I had a driver. Yeah.
You spent this morning trying to find him.
Philum's got a
That's true.
motorbike. That's the only other
Yeah.
vehicle that's in town. That's the only vehicle that's in town. The rest are at Bexley
If
Hall.
you've got a driver, I've got a car that can be delivered. Then that's
I've
enough
got a
for
car as
everyone
well.
to get where we're going.
Yeah, we've also got luggage though. Remember.
yeah, well, my luggage goes on the bike,
Yeah.
so that's so.
Willem
We might
lives
need to-
out a backpack kind of thing.
Yeah, I
might
literally
need
live
to-
off my bike.
Just for Borgvard stuff.
Who is still in this room that we're in?
Where the fuck are we going?
To
You're
the
going back to
festival.
your room to pack.
No, I
Yeah.
mean like after.
I think
That's
they're
what
assuming you're
Bexley
going
Hall.
to Bexley Hall.
Oh, we're just gonna all show up like beggars off the street.
I mean, two of them live there at the moment, technically.
Oh,
Okay, I'm probably
And you've
gonna
got
fail-
invited to the party.
Wouldn't the
I
local
feel like I'm gonna
lord
fail
put up
horrifically
another
while packing,
lord?
but
Yes, I mean, you're already invited to the party, so...
Why in the goddamn hell
Uh,
with you
Midge?
guys'
Yes.
fucking rolls?
while
Spot
packing, I
hidden.
do look around my room.
room.
Okay, now that you might know that you're looking for things, you come across... The only thing that you can think of where someone might have been looking at you from is there's a vent that connects to the other room, but that's about it. It's like just an airflow vent that you can...
No specific
No.
paintings, nothing.
Yeah, but
No.
Borgvard's in the room that I would assume
Can I just
like,
like
fancy
fucking-
people to be.
Can I check to see if I've been peeping and if someone's peeped on me in my?
Oh, yeah,
private
go for it.
affairs?
Do you,
Is
how do
this-
you want to?
is this,
How do you want to check? Are you just looking? Are you touching? Are you?
I'm pretty upset about this, so it would be a physical type of affair. I wouldn't just be looking at these things. I'd be ripping them off the walls and throwing them. Around.
You're gonna
One hand.
go. You're gonna go stump checking.
Give me a dex check then.
Oh. Sure, I can't. I can't charm my way into that one.
Oh,
Oh!
you
We're using
pull
the
over a
lucky
chair
roll.
and
It's
you
gonna
stand
be so
up
bad.
because this is looking over your kitchen area. You pull up your chair and it's some sort of gentleman with a Staffordshire Bull Terrier just out in a plain. It looks like hills and rolling farmland. But you stand on a chair, you go up to it, and you notice that the eyes are also inset.
Alright, so
And
take the thing.
you're
Can I
able
take the
to.
thing?
Yeah,
Well-
you're able to just slide the eyes aside, and you can see that there is what looks to be a hallway.
I'm taking this thing off the wall.
Wasn't
Okay.
this like a separate building in the middle of the courtyard?
Yes!
Yeah,
God damn it!
yeah.
So there's like a whole like corridor that's nothing
They're
to do with the
all
rest.
fucking perverts.
Yep. There is a
I
hallway
cook
that
naked,
is
God damn it!
well, it look from what you can see just through the thing. This one is just eye holes. That it's not a
nothing
full
back there?
door. No. You can look through the eye holes, and what you see is a corridor and then a stairway down. So
Is the giant
this-
nearby still?
you're in your room
With
on
his
your own.
crowbar? No,
I mean,
not-
my room is number 7. I'm on the ground floor. I don't know where you.
As far
the
as you can
courtyard, I think.
see, is this hallway is actually about. It's not very wide. It's about 1.5 feet, but it's like enough that it's like the entire back of
So
your.
can I try to
It's-
bash through the wall with something nearby? With like
Oh,
a
100%
chair
if you
or-
wanted to.
What? And there's
Oh, yeah.
there's no other way into this
Corridor
room
other
other than the stairs.
Yeah. It's like it
Okay.
is snuck into the back of the building.
So I want to find something like a candlestick or something heavy.
Oh,
and metal
easily.
and just
You've
try to-
probably got something
yeah,
in
just-
your. You've probably bought silver candlesticks with you. Like, you should. Yeah, you find something heavy and give me a strength. and
do
a
I
deck.
have some?
Or give me like a brawl check. Either one. Strength. Brawl.
I'm grappling with the wall.
Well, brawl means simple fighting in this system. It's like hand to hand and beating things with things.
How badly did I fail that roll?
Strength. Well, you're
Oh, you're only
72 off of
12
it,
off.
but
Oh, what?
I can offer you. You can obviously
I'm about to
spend
say, I
luck.
can-
You can spend luck, or you can go for a pushed roll, which means
Because you're angry.
you like get a run up or something. You find a way to leverage.
I'm gonna be the first one to go balls in on the balls
Okay.
deep on this thing. Yeah, we're doing this. So I do another roll, basically.
Yep. Oh! So that also fumbles.
What the goddamn hell?
So you
Hey
you've
Ben,
got
you're finally rolling high.
you've
You
got
have to
this
start
lampshade. Not lampshade, like lamp. And you step back and you run at the wall. You've got it in like one of your you're supporting it with your stump, and you've got it in the other one. You just hit it into the thing, and it bounces off and hits you in the face, and you've now got like a cut on your face that's bleeding. Yeah. Give me a Constitution check.
God damn it.
You find me. I have medicine.
Con. Oh no.
Your first day, it's all right.
Okay. Okay, this is fine. This is
I
fine.
haven't seen the com come up yet.
No, I haven't rolled it. I haven't pushed the button yet.
Okay.
Okay. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and one. God! Ow!
Okay.
Ow!
You are.
What is this? What is this?
You are feeling very, very woozy right now, and you are just you touch your face, you see the blood, and you hit the floor.
A 92.
Yeah.
And a 98.
Out of curiosity,
And a
do I hear this
72.
kerfuffle?
Oh God, no. He's
Oh,
in a
okay.
he's in a
No.
separate building in the middle of a
Oh,
courtyard.
right, yeah, no, never mind.
Nobody
I won't.
hears this.
Right, I'll just pack my bags and head outside
I'm
then.
gonna quickly roll slash roll. Okay,
Damn.
you take 1 health damage from the wound sustained to your face. It could be much worse. And yeah, you're currently out cold.
I'd just like to point out that it was statistically more likely that I would just succeed my first roll than to have failed 3.
But Ben, you're finally rolling highly on any system. Aren't you proud?
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Oh.
And we will leave it there this week because we've only got 4 minutes left. Willem, I assume you just pack the rest of your things, and
Yep.
Willem joins the rest of you outside without Borgvard, but we will continue.
We hadn't left the room yet.
Arthur had.
You're being thrown
Willem.
out.
Yes, well, Arthur's run off. Okay, I'm trying to process everything.
You may actually not have been spotted
have
because
just
you were hiding
thrown
behind
out.
me.
Exactly. No one.
And
no one
I haven't
wasn't
seen
there.
a Midge roll hidden check.
Nope. The police are a little bit preoccupied. But yes, so that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you're all still enjoying Call of Cthulhu, those of you who are watching. We will be back next Saturday with more, and we will be rejoined by... So it's amazing how the first session we did an entire day, the last 2 sessions we've done 4 hours.
It
We
was
start-
very eventful 4 hours.
4 hours in 8 hours of time. It's great.
Arthur had a terrible morning.
I love it. I've had to write I thought I had to write so many notes last week, and now I haven't used any of them. So it's just like, yo, it's great. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be back with a stream on Monday. Ben and Muzz, I think you stream tomorrow, don't you? You've got your community game, don't you?
Yep.
So that's EU4 if anyone wants to check that. Also check out, I think all of these people here, for once, are creators in some way of their own right. So make sure you go give them a follow in their various thing. So
Yeah,
Kazoo
I'm
has a
glad.
Twitch. Muzz obviously has a Twitch and YouTube. Rival has a Twitch and YouTube. Ben has a Twitch and YouTube. If you didn't know that, I have a Twitch and YouTube, and Para's got Twitch. So you can follow all of us. You can find us on social media. Please hit us up, and we will see you next time, guys. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.